I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
Has everybody gone nuts around here?
Episode
708.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Cuz-a-roo.
Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubber Dicks and Cuz-a-roos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the only show that eats like a meal. I'm your host, Carl. With me every Wednesday, the man who wrote the Dabble chorus for the Dabbleverse. It's Adam Bush. What's up, Adam?
So happy to not be on Rumble.
It's really nice to be over here on YouTube, isn't it?
Feels good.
Take it for granted sometimes. Producer Chris is here as well.
Hello.
Please go to whoarethese.com, get our email address, voicemail number, link to the subreddit, link to the Discord server, which is free to join. Have fun, hang out there, talk about how I eat poo. Link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, link to our Patreon and Supercast, featuring 2 bonus episodes every single month. Also, if you remember on YouTube, and our channel still is up, then you can watch all the bonus shows on there as well. We just recorded one yesterday. The 3 of us were joined by Jen from the Jingles department. And so the 4 of us reviewed John's epic 6.5 hour long podcast from Monday night.
Yes.
And there were some moments that needed to be talked about immediately. So we called an audible and said, all right, we're doing a bonus show on Tuesday, and we're going to cover this. I did post a portion of it up on YouTube. So if you're not a member and you want to see what you're missing out on, go to our YouTube page, and you can see the Ava versus John saga, where John really showed what a narcissist he is. And we all got very confused with what Ava's even doing.
It started out so nice with him saying, I'm not going to talk any shit.
Well, yeah, the way the whole thing started was just like, I'm not going to talk about Keanu. And by yesterday, he's fully just calling her Keanu now, which is amazing, which is awesome. Who could have predicted this would happen between those 2 kids, huh? Anyway, check that out. We appreciate the support. Patreon.com/Who Are These Podcasts. Hackamania 3 is coming up. I haven't talked about it, but there's this thing called Hackamania. If you go to hackamania.com, you can find more information about the event. It's going to be live podcasts and comedy and costume contests and poker. Probably whores, I would imagine.
A couple.
Bring your own. BYOW when it comes to that.
They have them there.
That's true. Yeah. You can just pick it up. It's like a White Castle burger. You wouldn't pack that.
No, you Grubhub it.
Right. Grubhub some whores. In Vegas with us, April 10th through the 12th. Use promo code WATP. Get 10% off your tickets. Hackamania.com. There are some people out there who hear this promo. They hear all the shows in the Dabbleverse talking about Hackamania. And they go, I don't know. I don't think I can go to that.
Why?
They can.
Yes.
They should.
Absolutely.
I realize you don't have friends and family who give a fuck about this. Totally understand.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, when I'm hanging out with people who don't want to talk about my show, I'm much more comfortable. It's like, oh, thank God. Okay, good. You don't listen to my podcast? Great. So let's just watch the game.
My fucking dad, if he says one more time, I still don't know what a podcast is. It's like, I have explained this.
Yep.
Obviously, you don't want to know.
Right. It's fine. It's totally fine.
It's totally fine.
But the problem is that you go, yeah, but no one will go to Hackamania with me. That's fine. Vegas by yourself is not a bad trip.
Yeah, you don't want to go with a group.
It's actually a really good place to be by yourself. There's shit to do, and you'll know everyone there.
Yes.
You'll see a lot of friendly faces, and everyone will be hanging out. So come down to Vegas. You got a month or so to get it figured out.
Get it together.
Yes, we're at the Plaza in downtown Las Vegas. Also, we encourage our listeners to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you review podcasts, then shit over us in the comments section. You can support this show if you're watching us live right now, and we do appreciate that support. But also, you can participate in it. Going to supertip.gg/WATP. It's always fun. Get the AI voices going. Tell some jokes. Make fun of us a little bit. all those things that you guys like to do on superchip.gg/WATP. Today, we have Chris D'Elia congratulating himself publicly. Boyd plays the box. Whitney Cummings is so excited that Jim Carrey's clone showed up to an award show in France. Opie and Ron are getting offers to go on big shows, but they're playing hard to get. Stuttering John had Bob Levy on his show last night. That was wild. Bob Levy showing up. John had a lot of issues with Bob for the time he spent on the Uncle Rico show. So they hashed that out. Megan's going to be here with a themed version of Is It Gay for the first time. We have Simon's Opie or Burr game, reviews, voicemails. But first, Ekul Pineapple had Skinny Chad on his show recently. And Adam, I'm glad that you picked up on this. You pulled clips from it. You've been analyzing Skinny Chad for a little while now. And I actually caught this one. I had watched this prior to you sending me over the clips. So I was very familiar with what went down on this. I was a little surprised that this wasn't a year-old episode.
Uh-huh.
I was watching it. I'm just like, wait, this just happened? This is what's going on right now over on, it's called The Ekul Chamber is the name of Ekul's podcast. And by the way, Ekul's very funny on it.
Very funny. And whatever happened to Skinny Chad, he is still right there where he was a year ago.
Right. Yes. I don't know if he got in a time machine or just took a long nap. I'm familiar with naps, so maybe that's what it was.
I'm not the expert.
Right. So, all right. Where do you want to start with this?
Well,
Adam?
he wanted to go on a show to get a message across. And Ekul Pineapple took the bait. And here he's going to explain why he's here.
I refer to it as the Hamburger Pants saga. And it's just a fun joke. And I guess now it's sort of turned into this thing where it's now sort of become this facetious thing where I guess this narrative is being pushed that I'm some sort of unhinged psycho and I'm harming people and stuff. And it's like that simply isn't true. And there's no evidence of that. And I think I think it got a little bit out of hand. I understand that there's the presumption to say like, oh, we're just goofing on you. And you just can't hang, but it's gotten to a point now where it's actually starting to affect my money.
What? Mm-hmm. No one's brought up the Hamburger Pants saga in a year. What is he talking about? It's affecting his money. Is this like a Stuttering John kind of thing where he's like angling for a lawsuit or something?
In a very minor way.
Yeah.
Unhinged psycho? I think he's hinged.
Yeah, it's hinged.
According to him, this has been going on for a long time, and it's really difficult on him, and it's starting to affect his bottom line. Ekul gets into the specifics of how.
Okay, good. I was wondering about that.
You were saying that people were fucking with your money. Yeah, that was like the main issue. People were so I think Pretty Antisocial podcast. She was interested in some of your stuff. You did a cool picture. You showed her. She was, oh, that's really good. And then people in the chat were saying this guy will cut you into pieces. He will hide you in his cupboard. All this kind of stuff, essentially. And you're just a bit worried.
Yeah, I don't think he's into Haley. I don't think that's his type. I think he likes guys with bad teeth and facial hair. But I could be wrong about that. So, Adam, I'm just amazed that we have Skinny Chad. I missed Skinny Chad. I haven't seen him around in a while. But we have Skinny Chad returning, doing a show. He stopped doing his podcast months ago, Conspire Theory. So he comes back, and he's still rehashing this thing that now he's claiming is like ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
As if people are still talking about the Hamburger Pants.
And he didn't want to get on the air and do all this. He was forced to. He had no choice.
By who?
Himself.
Oh. So that's not being forced. That's actually making a choice.
Well, I guess the berating we gave him and the way that people are continuing it has, put him in a box where if he doesn't do this, he is going to have his life ruined professionally and personally.
Is there a hashtag on X I'm unfamiliar with? Where is this happening? Where is all this going down?
It's not happening, Carl. Okay. It's not happening anywhere. So. No one is talking about this. No one is interested. We all forgot really about the Hamburger Pants saga and him until conveniently a month or two out of Hackamania.
Oh,
where
right.
He will be. So he wants to remind everyone not to make fun of him before Hackamania.
I'm so naive. That had to be pointed out.
Of course, it makes sense.
Totally makes sense,
right?
Yeah.
He's got to get some heat going,
a little heat
before Hackamania.
No. It's for his safety. Stop it. Stop these accusations. You're doing
and
it.
His bottom line
and his money.
He got a lot of attention in Boston because people were concerned he was going to be a little unhinged there, but he was great.
He was great.
Wasn't he wearing the hamburger pants as a cape or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. He didn't want attention at all.
Nope.
Don't look at me, guys.
He's trying to distance himself from the character. But
Well, even though everyone knows about the hamburger pants saga, it's really well known. We talk about it all the time. Maybe on Ekul's show, across the pond, we should maybe give a little update about the hamburger pants.
great idea.
Because, I found these novelty pajama pants with hamburgers on them and I sent them in. And I thought that Carl would just, hold them up to the camera and say, hey, look what I got in the mail, guys. Aren't these silly? And then that would be the end of it. And what happened was time passed and then more time passed. And then nothing happened. So then I would message him. It's like, hey, Carl, I sent you stuff to show off. Are you going to do anything with that? He says, oh yeah, I'll get to it.
So you harassed him into showing the present.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I didn't know I could just hold them up to the camera during the show and be like, hey, thanks, Skinny Chad.
That would not have been the end of it.
I would have been very happy to just do that. I could have gotten that out of the way immediately.
Well, apparently you didn't.
No. The way I remember it is that Skinny Chad was telling me he needed a photo of me wearing the pants.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
That's how I remember it, because otherwise I would have taken a photo of me wearing the pants if I had been requested to do so.
So to the uninformed, this is where the hostility starts, because he sent in the hamburger pants. You hadn't worn them yet, even though you addressed them and said you'd get to it. Mm-hmm. Again, he had no choice but to escalate the situation.
All right.
So
you dictate. Go on.
So then Carl, he decides to latch onto the hamburger pants saga is now a harassment campaign. And Adam Bush has decided to latch onto the Dabble court thing, because after the hamburger pants saga was a thing, I thought, well, maybe I could follow it up. And because Carl took so long to, put on the hamburger pants, I'll take him to Dabble court and sue him for extortion for taking so long.
I feel like I should latch onto something. I feel left out.
Seriously. So then after I did put on the hamburger pants, you want to take me to Dabble court because it took me too long to put the pants on? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's right. Extortion.
This saga never ends. Never ending saga.
The end is nowhere.
Sucks.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of does. So he makes up this thing called Dabble Court, and he says he's going to, take you there and try you and hold you accountable for your crimes. I don't know who gave him the idea that this was even a thing, Dabble Court.
It is. It was for a minute. Cardiff was.
Yeah.
I had a show.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains the next one.
Okay. Yes, he was the judge here.
And I drafted these charges. I asked Cardiff, can I submit a case to Dabble Court? And Carter said, yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That is how Dabble Court used to work back in the day.
That's so funny.
Thankfully, everyone abides by all of the rules and laws of the land of Dabble land. Yes. So we no longer need a Dabble Court. We're in the future, man. It's great.
I feel like if you reached out to Cardiff and asked him anything, like, hey, can I have a rumble in the Dabble Dome? He'd be like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do
Go
that.
for it. Now that his date for Dabble Court is set, of course he has to do the next logical thing, which is reach out to Lucy Tidebox.
Oh, the attorney of the Dabbleverse, right?
I'm doing this comedy, this bit. If anything comes of it, would you like to be a part of it? Because I assumed that if there's any Dabble Court, that she would be defending, Carl. And then I said, and then she didn't know anything about it because of course not, it wasn't going anywhere. And then I said, okay, well then how about you defend me if anything comes of it? And she said, yeah. And that was passing conversation. Well,
what?
Nothing came of it. I forgot about it. It was just everybody forgot about it.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Well, Lucy said she would defend Skinny Chad against me. This is wild.
Thank God he forgot about it.
Holy shit. Guys, I'll be right back. All right. give me a minute.
Nothing came of it. I forgot about it. It was just everybody forgot about it because nothing happened. It didn't go anywhere.
Sure.
So and I guess Adam Bush decided to latch onto that and say that I was harassing Lucy Tidebox.
When did that happen?
Adam?
So here's what happened.
Okay, please.
Your Honor.
Lucy is here. You better defend yourself on this one. Wow.
Extortion. Yeah. He apparently asked Lucy to be his counsel, and she doesn't remember it. So when we asked her about it on the show, she was like, yeah, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. So we had some jokes about that and told him to lay off, and he got very hurt and very offended and contacted Lucy and said, this did happen, and here are the receipts, and that's not cool. So Lucy, being the nice person she is, apologized and officially said, I will be your lawyer. I will defend you in the highest of the Dabble court. You are correct and I am wrong. And he loved that a lot.
Oh, I bet. I bet that's exactly what he needed, probably.
So now Lucy's his lawyer, and we are mocking him. But I know what you're thinking. And before you even start making jokes, he wants to clear the air about anything between him and Lucy.
But I do have some jokes.
I mean, as far as my relationship with Lucy, we're casual acquaintances.
Oh, okay.
I see her at a show. We talk about.
Thanks for
movies,
clearing that up.
I'm not. You know, it doesn't go any further than that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask if you two are fucking.
Ekul, that was phenomenal. Perfect timing, too. That's great.
I'm fascinated.
I'm out of
by
jokes.
This fandom stuff. Yeah,
Ekul got it. Ekul got it for that one.
That was the joke.
That was great.
So now Carl finally responds to him formally, and this is how he takes it.
Then after that, Carl sends me a picture of him in the hamburger pants, and I'm like, okay, I didn't ask
he
for
sent
them.
it just to you? He sent it
Yeah,
just
just to me. And then I'm like,
Okay.
what am I supposed to do with it? And you know, as an artisan, you work with what you got. You know, I figured, you know, I spent like a year or something, you know, harassing him, you know, pretty much bullying him into doing something.
Yeah.
And then I guess this is the payoff. It's like, I guess I better do something with it. So I started posting it all over the place and said, you know, hey, look, Carl wears hamburger pants. Let's all laugh at him.
What a fucking asshole.
What else was
Carl,
he supposed
wear
to
the
do?
pants. Wear the pants. Wear the pants. Fine. Here are the pants. Ha ha. You asshole.
You actually put them on.
Yeah. Like, Jesus. I can't win.
You weren't supposed to do that.
I guess not. My bad.
So I stepped off the stool, took the belt off.
You notice how in each one of these situations, he doesn't get what he wants. He's very disappointed in it, and then he has to double down on it.
Right. And he has to continue it.
This seems to be this pattern that's still happening, and he's disappointed every time, no matter what happens.
I remember Carl's appearance on his show. He's like, well, I guess we don't have anything else to talk about.
No, we don't. Bye.
You watching any TV shows? I think you asked him that.
Yeah, what's on tonight?
So you finally responded to him, and he said, I never wanted you to wear them. Why would you do that? You're not an artisan. You're fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. I wanted you to do something else. But if we can flash back to exactly what he said he wanted.
The visual joke is how I express myself through visual humor, the sight gag. So Carl in the hamburger pants, that would be an expression of that, the ultimate expression of that, because his name's Carl Hamburger. So the funniest thing in the world would be for him to wear hamburger pants.
So he did want me to wear the hamburger pants. He forgot that that's what he wanted?
I think he forgot to be upset.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
The funniest thing in the world is about him wearing pants that have hamburgers on them. George Carlin had a couple of things too, but I guess that beats it. No, never mind.
See, you don't get it. Carlin's last name was not Hamburger. You're not getting the joke.
You're right. I'm an idiot. Why do I even have an opinion on anything?
So since you were clearly fucking with him, stalking him, and trying to ruin his life, he again has no chance but to escalate.
Okay. It for me, it sort of became like a bit of a fun, facetious little game of, and I would like accelerate, you know, and it got to the point where I think it accumulated when I sent in a fake review for Annie to read. And in the fake review, you know, it was pretty much, she was just like lambasting, you know, Carl. You know, I put in fun little things like calling him a burger goblin.
Wait, he goes, she was lambasting Carl. No, that was you. she was just reading the words that you wrote.
You know, when he does it, it's fun and lighthearted and silly. When you do it, it's mean and cruel and punishing.
Annie was really laying into Carl. I couldn't believe it. It's like, no, that's her job. She reads the reviews people.
It's a little scary if you confuse those two.
Yeah, right, yeah. I couldn't believe some of the things that she was saying about Carl. Yeah, no, it's exactly what you wrote. In fact, we have the Annie reading this review to remind everyone how this went down.
Only going to read one today because it's kind of long.
Thank you.
Carl is a wish-hoarding burger goblin. In recent episodes, Burger Goblin Carl has gotten into the habit of granting patrons and fans wishes, wearing their material offerings from burger hats to napping queen sleeping masks. Yet, no hamburger pants that were gifted prior in good faith were included. The host is very clearly being petty and cruel just for the heck of it. Burger Goblin Carl then roars, exposing his tusks and bucked teeth aggressively to his co-host while cackling manically at the misfortunes of former celebrity radio personalities who are struggling with mental health issues. Carl, the Burger Goblin, needs to either grant those hoarded wishes he's clearly holding over the heads of his good patrons, or just pick up his mandolin as he clip-clops his chicken leg club feet into the sunset.
What's the name of the reviewer on that one?
Skinny Chad Sumac.
Yeah, that is Skinny Chad Sumac. And I saw him in the chat a little while ago, and I went, fuck, I still haven't done that thing I told him I would do. I'm so sorry. I'm so far behind on life. Please tell me at least gave us 5 stars with that.
No. It was 1.
Jesus!
Okay, hold on.
Skinny Chad Sumac, I'm sorry. I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. Why did they ever do that? He gave me a 1-star review and insulted me?
Mm-hmm.
I took that very poorly, too, as you can tell.
Yeah, I was very angry about it. You were pissed all night.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like someone's he isolates that thing of you going, I'm sorry, Chad, I'm sorry. And he listens to that on a loop sometimes.
By the way, if you want to go to my Cameo, I'll say I'm sorry to anyone out there, whether it's your birthday, an anniversary, a Valentine's Day. If you just need me saying I'm sorry, check that out.
Now, this is from his podcast, Conspire Theory. So he added some drawings and some funny little comments to it, mocking you, calling you cruel, and all of those things.
Sure.
Which is hilarious, right?
Very funny.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Then I announced that I'm going to be open to doing anybody's show around this time. And he had a great idea.
And then I invited him onto my show. I guess the interview didn't go all that well. It felt like, I think he initially didn't want to do it, and then I guess he was talked into it or something of that nature.
What by Carl? What persuaded by Carl to do it? Or
I don't know. All I know is hearsay and rumor. So I'll just leave it up to that.
What?
Yeah,
that's all you know.
What's the rumor mill saying about Adam going on Conspire Theory?
People are talking.
I guess so, yeah.
Can you believe that?
Adam's inner circle. We have a leak, guys. We have a mole. Someone told Skinny Chad Adam was reluctant to do his podcast. Adam, at that time, and it was a wild time, was not reluctant to do anyone's podcast. He sat with Joey C for 4.5 hours.
Yes.
I did. I'm never getting that time back.
No.
Do you think he believes this? Did
I don't
somebody
know
tell
what he
him
thinks.
this? Or
I don't know. I don't know what he thinks. It's funny, though.
It's really funny. I'm trying to figure him out, and I can't.
No. I think that's part of the fun. So, guys, if you want to see what goes on with Skinny Chad, hackamania.com, promo code WATP. You can be there and witness whatever unfolds at Hackamania. This is what he wants, right? He wants us all, like, talking about this again like we did in Boston.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, some of the things we've addressed directly to him, and he just goes back to how he felt before.
Right.
Like, he's still mad at me for naming the episode worst interview ever. He hates me for that. Even though you told him it was you. You did it. I have nothing to do with that. He doesn't care. He wants it to be this other way. So he's
both did his show. We both went on his show to try to satiate this man. It's impossible.
And both of those things were complete disasters for him. And after the first one with me, he said, I'm never doing that again. And then decided he needed to have me on immediately again. And then when I said no, he said he needed to have you on. And then when that didn't go well, he said, well, I got to have Carl back on again. And then we wouldn't have him. He took to the Ekul Pineapple Show to let the Ekul Chamber know.
We'll fix this one of these days. I'm sure of it.
I'm done with moves. I have no more moves. This is my last one. This is all I got. This thing right here and whatever happens at Hackamania. And then it's over.
Fair enough. So then we reviewed his show, Conspire Theory. And I guess he didn't really like the way we reviewed his show.
And does this thing where it's like, it's the worst interview ever. And I'm bad at everything all of a sudden, you know. Yeah. And, you know, I'll take that. I on one hand, I never promised him like a Barbara Walters-esque interview.
I demand one. I demand.
Yes, of course.
After Jake Hudson, I have a certain level that I'm used to where we have snacks and beers and things. I'm not used to this StreamYard shit. So we said he's bad at everything.
Okay.
That was our review of his show. And he is really shocked by the reaction that fans had to him at our Boston show based on these exchanges.
Okay.
During Boston, I had like 20 people walk up to me and ask if I was going to kill Carl. And after a while, I ran. Well, as last I checked, Carl's still alive. If he died, it's not by my hands.
Ekul, very funny. And did you? Yeah. I'm not caught up, mate. All right. No, we didn't have a problem with Skinny Chan in Boston. Glad to see him. Glad he was there.
But he had some problems. He had some problems.
Oh, he did?
He did. He had a conversation with your brother, who's been a real highlight lately, and he's not happy with how it went.
Okay.
But I had like a strange interaction with Carl's brother, Grant, where...
what, did he try to get you to drink Mountain Dew? Were you chugging Mountain Dews together?
No, he walked up to me. This was like during an intermission, and he says he does the usual, so are you going to kill Carl? And by this time, like
the usual. Okay, so everyone comes up to you and goes, so when are you killing Carl?
So it's like at this point, 15 people have already come and said that. And with each one, I'm like rotating one-liners. It's like, absolutely. It's like, and with him, I said, it's like, they moved my seat. So instead of leaping across 4 desks to get him, I only have to leap across 2 now.
Pretty good one-liner. It's a lot of lines in that one-liner, but
intermission?
There was no intermission.
Desks?
Yeah, what is he talking about? Was he at the event? Is he talking about a different event?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually, now that I think about it, the way he's perceiving reality might not be the way that the rest of us are.
No.
Huh.
And I was like, you guys finally caught up.
How about that?
Welcome in, everyone. Holy shit. We're a little slow. I'm sorry.
Listen to how he perceives how Grant responded to that.
Yeah, this is amazing.
That was my joke. And then he gets like really irate or something, and he's like, someone's gonna tackle you. It's like all of a sudden his big brother DNA suddenly triggered.
My brother would be rooting you on. All right, let me just say, there's no way Grant's just like, no, you're not. We're gonna take you out.
Can I help?
Right. He'd be like, I can distract Carl on the side of the stage if you want. You can just run right up there.
Does he not hear this? Does he not hear that he goes, oh, I'm going to assassinate your brother. Ha, ha, ha. And Grant goes, well, if you do, I'm going to tackle you. And he goes, you son of a, oh, my God, this guy's crazy. This guy's insane. Grant's irate. I guess he's
escalating things very quickly all of a sudden. He's going to tackle me. Jeez.
Everybody keeps fucking up by responding.
Yes, he just like suddenly forgot that we were joking in the middle of it and got all, pissy about it. So I guess that, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And as far as
some people want to know what you think your best one-liner was, your best retort back to people. Was it, yes, I'm going to kill him, or was there a better one?
No, I would say stuff like, yeah, why don't you help me establish an alibi? And then I would take a picture with them. So it's little things like that.
He said, what was the best, is what Ekul asked. The best there. Skinny chat. Ekul's very funny on this episode, as I mentioned. I like it.
Maybe he doesn't realize that something about the sound of his voice that just doesn't sound like he's kidding.
Right.
Something about his delivery. It just doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, and I think he only has that one mode. I've talked to Chad a bunch of times in person, obviously on the show. I've seen his show. He always has the same demeanor to him, right?
I consider this to be like a Christian Blatt type, and Christian supplies to all of us the other day.
It's true.
So this guy's capable of anything.
He had a second mode, we found out. That is true. Well, Blind Mike was with us in Boston. I had to fucking put on a show next to his house in order for him to show up, but he did show up and hang out in Boston. And he had an interaction with Skinny Chad.
He did come up to me and say, he goes, Mike, I know I listened to your segment, and I understand why you think I'd want to kill Carl. I don't get why you think I'd want to kill you. And I was
what a wild thing to say.
What a sweetheart.
I was like, all right, man. I'm just like walking backwards.
All right. I need an adult.
John.
Oh, see, WATB can be funny.
Thanks, Ekul. That was our Boston wrap-up show. We all got together and talked about the experiences. I see Lucy was on that episode at the time. I didn't know she was betraying me behind the scenes. So things are going to change now. All right, where are we going next, Adam?
Skinny Chad is at a crossroads.
would think that Boston would be the end of it. I'd show up, nothing would happen, because Carl was trying to set up this narrative that I'm going to hurt him or something of that nature.
Was he not just
even
joking,
at the
without ruining it? Is it not just him making a joke about it? Like,
Yeah,
there's
I
people
suppose.
making jokes now.
No. This is the thing, Ekul, you don't understand, is that only Skinny Chad can make jokes. Everyone else is very serious with everything they say.
I think maybe if we were all a little funnier, we would get it.
That would help.
We could rise to meet him where he's at.
Am I getting notes right now from you, Mr. Bush? We can talk about this off air if you want.
I'll try. Be funnier. Right?
No, Chris, you're good. It's the other.
God damn it, I knew it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to rationalize what's going on with this person and kind of paint it in the sanest picture possible. We all are. I really am. And I believe it to be so. I just don't understand. He's like, I told everybody in a very serious voice that I was actually going to do this, and somehow these rumors didn't go away. And he actually believes, he said, which is a really scary thought, like, I didn't kill anyone in Boston. Why is everyone still scared of me?
Good point. Right.
Because you keep saying that. That's why.
Yeah.
Don't ask about the other cities.
So it's us. We did this to him. We trapped him in this box, and every way he goes, it's not going to work out.
If I roll with it, then
Sure.
then I get called delusional. If I don't, then I can't take it. I can't handle it. I can't bust balls. So I'm put in that situation because when I brought up these in my interview with Carl, when I brought up the bits, it's like, hey, these are funny things that I'm doing. Carl stopped me and he called me delusional.
I'm sorry, Skinny Chad. I can't get out of your head for you. I apologize for that.
You were so nice to him on that interview.
I tried. I tried to be very patient.
Some things are just impossible. I went looking. I'm like, well, let me find this moment where you called him delusional, and there is none. There's not even anything close to it. You didn't say that. The only thing I could find was the word crazy that was used. Do you want to hear the context?
I do, actually, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's like no matter what I'm saying, I'm going to come off sounding crazy. So
No, not at all. Listen, I don't think you're crazy. I'm just letting you know how I think about entertainment and the people that I admire who I'm a fan of.
Okay.
So I didn't say delusional, and the word crazy was brought up by Skinny Chad, and I said, no, I don't think you're crazy.
Yes.
So there's really no point of communicating with this guy if he's going to perceive things.
Oh,
the
you're
opposite.
a dead man.
If you're going to perceive things the opposite of what actually happened, then it's kind of a waste of time,
You
right?
tried two other methods here to get through to him. Check out one more.
Relationship with them. So you don't have to have a relationship with people just because you appreciate their work or enjoy their art.
All right. Yeah, I guess there's some underlining message that you're trying to beat into my head.
Oh, no. It's not underlying.
Nope, that's the one.
I tell a whole story about how you don't have to reach out to people just because you enjoy their work and send them pants and demand they wear them. And it's just like, what are you trying to say here?
I can't get through this word salad. Where are you going?
Yeah, did I mispronounce pants?
So you finally land with him. You say something that makes sense to him.
Okay, good. If that was a different listener, or let's say that was Rob Saul's show or someone else's show, would you have enjoyed that segment?
Yeah, probably would have. But then I guess that's sort of the difference is that, when it happens to you eventually.
Yeah. Right. Precisely.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
Great. We got somewhere.
Definitely. I think he's figured it out now. He didn't like being made fun of, but he loves watching my show when we're making fun of other people. Kind of makes sense. Human nature, I would imagine.
Now, he never got his day. Yeah, he never got his day in Dabble Court. So he brought it to the Ekul chamber. He played his clips. He told his story. Let's hear what Ekul has to say about it.
It's like getting in the middle of
funny though. It's subjective, right? Not everyone finds everyone funny.
Yeah, but I was explaining stuff to him. I wasn't like asking for his feedback right then and there. I was just, it's like, say for example, it's like I'm telling a knock-knock joke and then Carl stands up and says he's delusional, there's no door there, type of thing. It's like I'm in the middle of performing a bit,
Wow, he lost me with that analogy.
You see the pineapple
Carl.
just collapsed.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I can't do this anymore, man. All right. Well, so there's already a reveal, and that is that Chad does have his ticket. He's one of the cool people who's going to Hackamania.
And your hamburger pants.
And your hamburger.
Are you actually bringing them? Do you know? Just to have a little spoiler. You are. I don't think you can be helping. I think it's getting to you. I don't think you should keep encouraging people. But yes, Mr. Bush, thank you. You can't control a narrative. All you can do is not kill anyone when you're in Vegas, including anyone with a British
but I
accent
can criticize it though. I mean, isn't that the thing?
Sure.
Like I can't.
You can't control it. He said. Yeah. He said you can't
I know,
control
but
it.
I can be critical where I feel that it's valid.
Sure.
So again, like Adam Bush is in the chat watching this live and saying he can't control the narrative, and he twists that in his head immediately. He's like, I'm allowed to criticize stuff. Like, not the word used at all, not the same meaning, completely different concept, and Chad just perceives reality differently than everyone else.
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, I know," and then goes back to the thing that he wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to believe that he wants it to be this way, but I don't know. I have the urge. You have the urge. Pineapple has the same urge. You want to reach him. You want to reach these kids.
You want to explain reality.
From everything I've seen, they're just fucking around. Even Adam's fucking with you. Like it's just funnier to do it that way. So honestly, my advice is
I just want to
let it die here. Sure.
I know. I just want to say that I'm not dangerous or something of this nature. That there's like a lot of skinny Chad bad type of talk going around, and it's like if that's true, then where are the rest of the stories? Where shouldn't there be more?
I think this will change that narrative. Yeah,
there's a lot of skinny Chad bad talk going around. Oh boy,
now I'm scared.
Is he being cyberbullied? What's going on?
What's weird about his choice of words? I went to look it up, and I couldn't find any. But you know what I could find?
What's that?
Instances where skinny Chad writes, Carl Heberger is a bad person. Adam is a bad person. Yeah. He responds to people uninvited and just adds that to it. And now he's saying that we do that.
That's wild.
It's really wild.
It's almost like he's psychotic.
It's almost like Hackamania is going to be amazing.
I know. It's going to be fucking awesome. You're going to want to be there for it. You ever read about a crazy event that happened where it's like just a wild shooting or something like that? Like, God, I wish I was there. That seems like it would be so much fun.
No.
I
like
run
a country show in Vegas or something like that. You're like, wow, boy, if I was there.
If I had a good outside view of that concert from above, that'd be great.
Yeah. You'd want to be like, in the airplane flying over, but still, this is your chance. Hackamania.com. Promo code WATP.
If you like comedy and true crime.
Oh, I just got a text from Melton. I'm no longer on the show. All right, never mind. I've been kicked off of Hackamania.
Yeah, Hackamania sucks.
They don't want me there. All right, what else do you have to wrap this up?
This last one sums it all up, I think.
The overall thing that I want to get away with here is that I don't want to be in conflict with Carl. I don't want to be in conflict with anybody.
You probably shouldn't go on shows talking about it. To be fair. Yeah. That'd be my first
but the thing is like, well, what other option do I have?
A very logical option. Don't ask to go on people's shows to bring this up and keep it going, because we'd all forgotten about it and moved on. And I would have seen you at Hackamania and be like, hey, Skinny Chad, what's up, buddy? That's what would have happened. Now I got to be like, how'd you bring the pants? What are we doing? You want a photo with me in the pants again? Or you want me to sign the pants?
Those bulletproof vests are hard to stuff into my pants. It gets all uncomfortable.
If he just wants me to wear the pants for a day and go jogging and then give them back to him, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't do that ever. That's a rule.
Just wear the pants without underwear, Carl, and then give them back to me. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Well, thank you, Adam. Any closing thoughts or remarks on what we just witnessed?
I'm going to send him some feet pics.
That'll calm down the situation.
I'm thinking.
All right. Coming up, Crystalia, Mario Bosco, Tony P. That's just the cringe of the week right there. Boyd playing the Box Z. We got a quick Bill Burr statement that's, I don't know, very telling. Whitney Cummings is all over Jim Carrey's clone. Very excited about that. Some hilarity ensues. Opie and Ron are getting huge offers to go on the big shows, and Ron is down. Ron is ready to blow this shit up. Stuttering John had Bob Levy on his show yesterday, but also he lectures one of the inner circle guys. One of the friends in his inner circle, he decides to spend the first 25 minutes of his show lecturing him. So I can only imagine what went down with that. We'll get into that, all of that. But first, supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to support the show and participate like the reply guy did.
I'm Adam Bush. I want to remove your face off and piss down your skull.
Yeah, Adam said something pretty wild on the bonus show yesterday. I was like, that's not a character. I think my wife and I were talking about it at dinner afterwards. She was like, remember when Adam said that thing?
I was watching A Few Good Men. Colonel Jessup says.
Yeah. Captain Cheese coming in.
Since the show is back on YouTube, is White Power Hour canceled?
Unfortunately, yes. That was fun on Rumble while it lasted, but we're back on YouTube. Labyrinth Mystic coming in.
So apparently, after all the flack caught from John about daring to talk about striking channels, Ava and John got Chad's Patreon taken down. Struck for past vids with John and Ava in them. FSJ Far.
Was going to do a funny bit with Christian or Eric Voice, but you don't have them on here. Something ironic about them not having a voice and not being able to stream. Seriously, fuck John and Ava.
Labyrinth Mystic, thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. I did see that Chad's claiming his Patreon was taken down again. I mean, I think it's against their terms of service to blurt out the N-word 50 times in a row on a stream. So,
prudes.
I know. Might have something to do with that. I don't know. CMOS 4044 coming in.
Carl, I know you are a Tim Dillon fan, but have you ever watched Ben Avery live or heard his podcast, Lemon Party? Both are great. I think you would like.
Yes, Ben Avery actually does a thing similar to Who Are These Podcasts? And it's fascinating. I believe he's been taken off of YouTube, but someone's been reposting them for him because he's violated the terms. But anyway, yes, I have been looking into that. But Drew Lane has tipped me off to a bunch of stuff. And I think Blind Mike was checking it out as well. We should, at some point, check in on Ben Avery, former producer of Tim Dillon Show. Labyrinth Mystic again.
I'm sorry. So sorry. That 3. Wow, such a fool. I didn't know. Love could be so cruel.
I think I was apologizing to Skinny Chad there. Captain Cheese is back. I was shocked to see Skinny Chad at the Boston show and him not kill Carl. Anyway, see you all at Hackamania. I can't think of a better promotion than that. That would be the talk of at least that day, right?
Yeah.
You know, because there's other events on Sunday. And then you're like, well, now there's a poker tournament. So stop talking about Carl getting killed and move on to something else.
Talk about it in the wrap-up.
Yeah. We'll get to it later. Oh, Tukey'd be so pissed. They're like planning this whole thing for the Tukey soup episode. Yeah. Oh, you guys just want to talk about Carl getting murdered yesterday? Okay. I guess
Get over it.
I guess we'll just pivot from all the stuff that we had planned. We'll just do that instead. G-Rob coming in. Skinny Chad has Hannibal Lecter type vibes. Carl, possibly, perhaps, just to be safe, maybe be afraid. I dig you, Carl, just saying, aw, I heart you as well, G-Rob. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of Skinny Chad. I think we'll be fine.
Just for the record, Skinny Chad is going to send Carl on an all-expenses-paid trip to Greenland. So, that's nice.
I think I can only take myself to Greenland. I think that's how that works. Common Madden. This is my first exposure to Chad. He looks like jazz musician and Scientologist Chick Corea, but less creepy. That said, he's also very creepy. Hell Xenu. Oh, shit. That just rolled right off your tongue, Mr. Bush. Interesting.
Back at the meeting.
Yep. Stuttering John M. 30 days till Vegas. That's correct. It is. Yeah, it's 30 days till Vegas. We're almost there. MG082 Skull. Ava FSJ WATP for life. F Ava. I missed the F. F Ava.
Fava.
Most stroked. Skinny Chad interview was so funny. His thoughts were visible. We all saw him thinking, I think this is going to convince them and turn things around.
Yeah. It was a Bill Burr quality.
Every time. Deep Space Moon Rocks. Just wait until I file the Tennis is My Racket sticker lawsuit, Hamburger. It's coming down the pike. Also, hi AB and PC. Please don't file that. James Q Legend gifted a Who Are These Podcasts membership. We appreciate that, my friend. Whoever got gifted that membership, go to the posts tab as we find all the bonus content, all the videos we do. Nice looking shirt, Mr. Hamburger. RIP Tara, Go Sabres, and Bills. Yes, this is a shirt from Michael P. Gave it to me at the last Isotope show we did out in Buffalo. And holy shit, the Sabres, 8 wins in a row. It's unbelievable what they're doing. They're in first place right now. Go Sabres. Carol Dillon. SJ was a disgrace in his argument with Ava. However, Mrs. Bisconti was disingenuous as fuck in her latest pod. She's going where the wind blows. Yeah, I haven't seen the latest from Pianu and what she's saying about all of this. But she is getting a lot of attention for finally calling out the Duke. The argument between John and Ava, and I have a follow-up to that today because John addressed it on the show last night, but we covered it on the bonus show last night on Patreon or on YouTube if you behind the paywall. It is crazy how John goes through every phase of a narcissist arguing. He becomes the victim. He turns it on the offensive. He gaslights Ava. It's crazy everything that he does. So check that out. James Hugh Legend, I have a Hamburger hat. Where do I send it? Whoarethese.com. You can find our P.O. Box number. Send in all Hamburger related clothing wear. You'll find the address right there.
Nobody learns anything.
Ray DeVito, the gummy smoker. I too threatened Carl in DMs to play my awful songs. I get a lot of threats from people. I'm not going to lie. Calder of Great Savings. I met him at DabbleCon 1 and I liked him at first. Then he creeped the wife and I out by the end. Yeah, he was skinny Stuttering John at DabbleCon 1, if I'm not mistaken, right? Wasn't he dressed as Stuttering John? Or was he Chad Zumach at that one?
I thought he was Chad.
Oh, okay. He was skinny Fat Mike at Fat Mike. He was Blind Mike at one of the shows. That would have been the creep off roast. Who can keep track? Jeff Moss, $5. Carl once showed a picture of he and I called me a weirdo. Instead of getting upset, I bragged to all my Dabble friends. Light up a little, Chad. Jeff, did I call you a weirdo? Sounds mean. Yeah. Laverne Mystic. Carl, is Podcast Hitman going to have some company in jail? What the hell is going on with Skinny Chad guy? Yikes. That'd be funny if those two got to link up behind bars. Luigi Greenberg. Hung out with this guy when I was out at Gwen Beck's operation. Carl, do you remember when you and I talked about this situation? I asked you your thoughts, and you said, meh, he's harmless. Yeah, he is harmless. It's fine. Red 473, F your mom. Adam and Carl need proof of life checks moving forward. Otherwise, RIP to you both. I'm good. We're good. This is live right now, guys. Hey, look at me. I'm live on the internet.
I'm off the hook.
Zach Hoffman. 2 years, boys. Who knew the longest monogamous relationship I've had since 2020 was with WATP? LOL. Skull, boys. See you at Hackamania, fellas. Monogamous. I bet you're watching other podcasts. Zach Hoffman. I think I've seen your name in other podcasts. Yeah. What the fuck? Carol Dillon. Despite my previous chat, Stuttering John was more determined to get Keanu into the car than Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Would you? In Ant's voice. Yeah, John was being a real creep, and he had the beer courage, where he's just like, "Oh, come on, Keanu, you know you want to ride with me."
And I got some extra beers.
He did. He did have the beers in his coat. He's very proud of that for some reason.
Want to buy one?
Yeah, right. Some watches.
All right, let's get into our
Cringe of the week. Cringe of the week.
And Adam found a few different Cringe of the Week contestants here. Starting with Chris D'Elia. Do you want to read this X post that he put out?
We recently reached 1 million views on my last special. I'm very proud of this, considering nearly all of my, quote, friends, unquote, would not help promote it. You really can overcome hardships in your life. If I can, you can. So, to the fans, thank you. We only need enough of us to build the log cabin and share ideas. 1 million is plenty. I love you. Also, the uncut, uncensored version is still available on my site. Grow or die.
Wow. This fucking guy, the balls on this guy to call out his friends for not promoting his shit. And then to talk about building a log cabin. Wasn't he shipping all of the women to like near his house in LA and he's putting them up in a house where they would all live together and then he can go over there and fuck them whenever he wanted to? You know, and they obviously needed permission to leave, so he'd know if they were there or not. Mm-hmm. Anyway, those are the allegations.
And the grow or die part, like that, if you're being accused of being a cult leader, watch your language, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, he really is leaning into this in all the wrong ways, it seems like. He makes it very difficult to defend him.
It shows you how unhappy he is because he's not in prison. He didn't have any formal allegations. He's free.
Still married. He has the family.
Yeah.
And
back
the
to
career.
Colonel Jessup, he wants to admit it.
Yeah. I think you're right.
And he has to spend that moment where he reaches 1 million being pissed off and bitter and angry about people.
And patting himself on the back, which is always great. People love that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how great I am.
I don't
Pretty
need
great.
you. He wants everyone to know, I don't need you. Grow or die. Well, the comments were not very good. They weren't very friendly. You really can't overcome the hardship of being caught trying to groom, exploit, fuck, and expose yourself to teenagers. That's so heartwarming. I see him at my neighborhood coffee shop in Westlake Village. He never sees me, though, because I'm 40. Not him being upset his friends don't want to co-sign him. Laugh my ass off. Ah, yes, the hardship of having done a crime. I think it's like $100 to buy 1 million views now.
Yeah, I know. It's probably not that impressive. So people are piling on, it looks like.
Anthony Zaccaro says, oh, so now you care about numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah Pikes, wait, are you being serious? We're supposed to feel sympathy for you? Pretty wild how people drop off when you're an abuser. Hey, bro, remember how you went on an apology tour and you were still texting your sex slaves while you were on the apology tour, saying that nothing has changed and you still expect them to be devoted to you? Do you remember how they came forward with all of this? Serious question, what the fuck is wrong with you? You faked an apology and just kept on cheating on your wife and abusing women with zero remorse, and we're supposed to feel bad that your friends decided not to help promote your work.
Why does he have comments turned on? I mean, I don't encourage people to turn comments off, but what the fuck is Crystalia thinking with this?
Take a page out of Whitney's book.
Yeah.
Cat Dope says, wow, what were the hardships you faced?
Remember when Crystalia found out that Snapchat texts don't actually go away after 24 hours? They're like, oh, no, people, you can save those. And he's like, what?
Wait, they don't, what?
His face just dropped. He's like, oh. Well, there goes my strategy to get away with it. Right. It's like, oh, fuck. Wow, that's wild. Well, good for you, Crystalia. I'm so glad that things are going really well for you and your.
That's pretty cringy. How are we going to follow this?
Good point. What else is cringe of the week this week, Adam?
Well, Mario Bosco in number 5 is continuing a tour of restaurants he knows nothing about and towns he's never heard of.
So today we are here at Victoria's Steakhouse here in Animaville, Long Island.
Yeah.
And I'm here with Nikki.
Do it one more time so now you know the name.
Animaville, right?
Amityville.
Amityville.
All right, go ahead.
So today we're here at Victoria's Steakhouse here in Animaville. And we are having some delicious steak. Okay, this is a tomahawk, bone-in tomahawk. This is the ribeye. I asked for it cooked a little bit more because I'm a mama.
Disrespect. It's disrespect to the chef.
Chefs looked at me like I had 7 heads.
It's dry aged though, guys.
Dry age. This is the prime rib.
No, it's porterhouse.
Porterhouse.
The porterhouse for what? 2 or 3? 5?
5.
Feed a whole family with that thing.
With the nice juice on the top.
Look, we got the mashed potatoes.
Roasted truffle potatoes. And then I made a broccoli rabe, onion, shallot.
Wait, what did he make?
Even he doesn't know.
Okay.
They let him run around in the kitchen.
It sounded like
a
it wasn't
kid.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He didn't know anything about this food.
I have breaking news that's coming in the chat. I'm noticing from Pest. He's saying that Doom got flagged and has a 7-day suspension. The great Clipper Doom getting flagged. I hope that's not true. Especially since, John yesterday on the show was praising the Clippers.
Yeah, he loves the guy.
Yeah, he loves Doom, and he's praising the Clippers. He mentioned them all by name. Said I would never.
Although it has been 24 hours. So.
Yeah, things have changed. Yeah, that's true.
Doom had just found God. That's so disappointing.
That sucks. No, that does suck though. That's true with Doom. So Mario Bosco, I got to keep an eye on him. He sucks. I forget about that sometimes.
He's just going around from restaurant to restaurant, annoying everybody.
Sending back the ribeye. Even the guy next to him was like, that's very disrespectful.
The chefs weren't looking at you like you had 7 heads. They're just looking at your one.
Yeah, like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Right. You don't know what you're doing.
That's the Maria Bosco way.
Right.
So there was a lot of press about Ron the waiter and his gig at Rodney's at 4 p.m. before the big show.
Right.
So not to be outdone, also a co-host of Opie's, Tony P, showed up at a comedy club in New York City to wow the crowd.
A biggity boom bam, biggity boom bam damn. A biggity bombs up, chickity cheers to Sam. Malone, Stallone, a biggity David Cone. I got more biggity props than Tracy Lord Scott's coach. Cause I'm the iggity instigator, bringing something with the fader. 6 years after this, I'll suck your ass like Darth Vader. Later, pass out a potato. Your style so plain, you may as well be watching back in your Max. Lax, listen as I kick the back, the tickety tires, back, Jiggity just got wet. Like the wiggity wizard of Oz, I think you're out in the storm. And like LL said, I'm just getting warm. All right. That's enough.
Cringe of the week. Cringe of the week.
There we go.
I think that beat Crystalia. Holy shit. What the fuck is he doing? That's what his act is?
I don't know. That's what he was doing that night.
Old man, white guy rap stuff?
I love how right at the end he's like,
yeah, that was a bit much for him. Since you played that, I'm going to play this. This is a short one. It is AI, so I don't normally play these things, but Sam sent this in, a WATP rap song, and I thought it was interesting enough to worth playing.
Yeah. Hey. Call Hamburger on the mic, reviewing pots he doesn't like. Smile, talking through this show, just do it. There we go. Word economy, not your friend. 3-hour shows that never end. Criticize the nervous laugh, call you do the same thing back. $10 super chat too rich. Cape Core 7-Eleven sig. Marketing agency on your resume, LinkedIn bio, podcaster cafe. Born Club Foot told everyone, mad they know what you have done. Keanu called you gay on stage. Biggest laugh, just do it. Rage! Your own co-host roast you more than anyone you came here for. Hamburger walk, just do it. Carl, just do it.
Not bad.
All right.
That was kind of a banger, so I played it. Thank you, Sam, for sending that in. We still looking at Cringe of the Week, Adam?
No, we're good. I think we found ours. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, do you want to check out this guy? Do you want to check out the guy I think can compete with Tom Myers?
I do.
Okay, good.
I'm very interested in this, actually.
I know nothing about him except these clips, and I can't stop watching.
Oh, so wait, where are the clips? Is it number 4 on here?
Number 4 would be 1. Yeah.
Okay.
God, look at that. Fighting the Kid episode 502.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Those got reversed. Okay. Then if you click on that link there.
Okay.
We can check him out on his Instagram.
The link is an Instagram. Oh, gosh, it takes me back to the days of Who Are These Socials?
This guy is competing with Tom Myers.
Yeah, I could have done the same intro and sold it without much of a difference.
All right, so just pick like his pinned ones here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even get me started on camping. I hate camping. Because what are we going to do if we run out of food? We'll call for a pizza? Ring, ring, ring. Yes, I would like a pizza, please. Where are we? Great question. I would like to know that answer, too. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're by some rocks and trees. Remember that one? Yeah. Man, don't even get...
Whoa! That's his pinned? All right, let's see what he's not pinning. Let's see what this one is down here, then.
I bet it sucks.
Let's talk about all the annoying things that happen to us, right? You ever walk down the block and all of a sudden... What happened over here? Oh, okay, you get it. Let's keep the hands to the subs. That damn annoying pebble in your shoe. It's like that pebble. It's like, where the hell are you?
Let's see another one that he pinned.
I was at a Starbucks and there was these young girls, right? They're very excited for their cappuccino, right? They're like, oh, I'm gonna get my cappuccino. Okay, relax. It looks like you already had 8 cups of caffeine. Let's get the grumpy people who need the coffee, who are like, oh, I need coffee. Let's get them to go first. So then these young girls, right, they're going on to get their cappuccino. They're like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna have the longest order possible. Can I have an iced caramel macchiato, caramel drizzle inside the cup, cold foam, extra ice with almond milk, strawberry infused. Strawberry infused? That's not even coffee at that point. So it's my turn finally. Right? It's my turn finally. I go super fast, guys. I'm like black coffee and I'm gone. I was at a store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pause for laughter, I believe.
I love the image on the comments here. A guy just chucking a tomato at him. Oh, well, this is unfortunate. I don't have an outlet for a guy like this anymore. I'll have to send this to Blind Mike.
I know.
See if he wants to use this guy on Blind Mike Project, or maybe BTH. They can use it on there.
It did remind me of a dude you used to cover on socials.
Yeah,
even with the shorts.
All right. Oh, we should check in on Boyd. Boyd, the former violinist from the Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, and then we should see that Schaub clip because it's disappointing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's check in on Boyd, and I'll check out Schaub. So we discovered recently, thanks to Adam Bush, that Boyd was the founding member of the Dave Matthews Band, the violinist, and he was removed from the band, and it seemed to coincide with some sexual allegations and sexual misconduct allegations, I should say. And now what he's doing is he's invented a brand new instrument, his percussion instrument, and he plays that on Instagram along to some of his old songs from DMB. And it's pretty good stuff. Somebody's actually putting in editing and post on this, like putting text over it. Well, I guess that's pretty easy to do on Instagram, but this is terrible.
He knew this was the best 41 seconds out of what he'd recorded.
Wow.
He knew that, so he had to post it.
That's really bad. So that's what Boyd's up to. Talk to me about this Brendan Schaub clip that you have.
He has a dose of reality in real time, and it's kind of enjoyable.
God, look at that. Fighting the Kid, episode 502. Almost 1 million views.
6 years ago.
Those were the days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my God, we've fallen off. What else you got?
Wow. Hold on. Okay. But I'll look into it.
Papa. Yeah. Holy shit. Did you guys hear, I guess Unique posted a clip from their Patreon where Brian Callen wasn't there. Mike was playing this on the Blind Mike Project. And someone asked the question like, hey, why are you still doing this? Obviously, he said, your light has dimmed, is what he said to Brendan. And he goes, and Brian obviously doesn't want to be there and is in a bad mood. It doesn't seem like you guys are having fun at all. Why are you doing this? And the length of the sigh that came out of Brendan after he read the question was like, like all of it hit him so hard, just crushed him. And then he went to Chin, the priest, like, I don't know, Chin, what do you got an answer for this? It was so brutal.
He acts like a child that can't be seen when he's not talking. He doesn't think we hear him or see him.
Chin's like, yeah, I wrote that, idiot.
Yes. It was pretty wild. We got one quick thing from our buddy Bill Burr. So this is something you picked up on. Do you want to set it up or should we just play it?
Yeah, just play it.
Okay.
Thing here. I lose these things like sunglasses, these fucking water bottles. I've had so many goddamn water bottles. Water bottles, sunglasses, umbrellas, and close friends. I lose these. That was a dark joke. Oh, whatever. It's a part of getting old, I guess. Anyway, Jesus, Bill. We're talking about hockey. Now you're talking about death. Sorry.
I have some thoughts on this.
Yeah?
Yeah. So maybe it's performative where he's going, Bill, what are you doing here? This sounds like a guy who has intrusive thoughts. I've never been like, Carl, what are you doing? To get myself right. That's a weird thing to think, let alone say out loud. And I realize he's doing a one-man podcast where he's trying to fill time. But doesn't it sound like maybe he deals with negative thoughts that he can't control?
I think that's pretty much his way of living. I think that's how he operates. On stage is the one time he can let it go. And every other time in life, it's inappropriate and it ruins relationships.
Sure does. It also ruins podcasts.
Friendships.
So I've noticed. Yeah, friendships as well.
It just comes out and it all, he puts on this happy face, but the anger is so present right underneath. It's hard to look away.
All right, I got some Whitney Cummings stuff coming up. We have Opie and Ron, Stuttering John from last night. Is it gay? We have a themed version of Is It Gay with the Opie or Burr game. And we'll get to that in just a moment. First, supertip.gg/WATP. Labern Mystic, executive producer of this channel this month.
I had never heard of the triangulate part of a narcissist argument until that show. I figured it meant like when he has Vince and Ava on and confronts somebody, he was literally making up texts at her.
Later, we heard his actual phone ringer go off. So we know he was full of shit that whole time. When did Ashley get back on John's side? 4 months ago, she was on PDP. Janu can't catch a break.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how quickly Ashley's just like, you hate you at it? Let's go. We're friends again. D'Elia probably screams out grow or die either at his penis or at his slaves.
Oh,
doesn't want them growing. No. Leo coming in.
Remember, everyone, observe and report. If you observe John getting into a car after 2 p.m., report it to the police. SKO.
Good call. Anonymous says, it only makes sense that the ex-Dave Matthews guy plays that instrument. Since his allegations, that's the only box he gets to bang on a regular basis. Big if true. Salvatore M1. Carl, give us the full story here. Around 3 years ago, why didn't you A-log Steel Toe when everyone wanted you to? I didn't think his show was that bad. I checked it out from time to time. I thought when it was him in April doing the show, I didn't think it was that bad. And boy, is it fallen off. It's brutal now.
There's a magical thing that happens when people cover John, where no matter what else they're talking about, when they start to cover John, they just seem okay for that time. They always get it right. And Steel Toe had that quality. A morning show covering John in that style was a very funny addition to what was happening. But of course, he doesn't do that anymore because it's the only thing that I liked.
Right. He was covering, obviously, Chad Zumach, but also Patrick Michael and Dark Side Phil. Like, Aaron used to do or at least attempt to do a comedy show. Now he thinks he's this right-wing political pundit who sues people and stops their free speech, or at least tries to. Wherever the Leaf wins, says, I go to the gym with D'Elia in Westlake Village. He was chatting up a young lady by the squat rack the other day, and I thought of you guys. Skål! Hope she wasn't that young of a lady. So much shit. PC, your impression of StutJo should drown you. It's great. I want you to do it and debate John at the same time. You're a bunch of edits, and I love it. What does that mean?
The edits I don't get. But
Okay.
Drown, maybe it's a wet impression.
It is a wet impression. That part I understood. That part made sense to me.
She might not have said edits.
Most Stroke, by the way, thank you for the $20. Very, very kind of you. Most Stroke says, I get chubby when I make Adam laugh. Hashtag skinny me. I never make Adam laugh. I have to scrub through videos to find a thumbnail where Adam's enjoying himself. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
That's exactly what I was explaining to someone. They're like, they always pick the worst pictures. I'm like, no, they're just trying to find the one where I laugh. So it's like,
yes, you look like you're having a little bit of fun on the fucking
because it's against
show.
my will. So it's coming out.
It is every time. But thank you for those two. I will be using those over and over again.
You fell for it.
Kitty coming in and gifting 5 Who Are These Podcast memberships. Kitty, we appreciate you. Kitty 1071, it was just a couple of days ago when I thought we were going to be off of YouTube for 14 days, which would have sucked balls. But we won the appeal, and we're here, and people can become members and watch all the members-only content. If you click the posts tab when you're a member, it all shows up for you right there. So thank you very much for doing that. I want to talk to you guys about this woman named Whitney. Speaking of getting fucking strikes, I want to talk about a woman named Whitney Cummings.
Who cares?
Well, I do. I think it's a big deal that Whitney's gone after this channel because she doesn't enjoy criticism, and she's made that very clear. But thankfully, on her episode this week, she's back to just doing the funny. And what I like about this is that, okay, a couple of times she gets distracted with Epstein file stuff and wars and things, but no. She's hyper-focused, as only Whitney can be. She's focused on Jim Carrey and the fact that everyone thinks that he looks different. He showed up to an award show, some Lifetime Achievement Award. He was over in France. And guys like Jim Brewer are convinced, right? Jim Brewer, am I right about that? He's convinced that this is a clone. This is not the actual Jim Carrey. So there's a lot of debate about this. And Whitney loves conspiracy theories. Whitney, she wants to be Tim Dillon, so she pretends that she's like really interested in this kind of stuff. And she's crushing it.
Let's stay focused on what matters. Jim Carrey looks weird. An aging man is aging. The real war going on right now is between Jim Carrey and his dermatologist. And which side are you on? The only war that matters right now is in the comment section of The Hollywood Reporter, where people are trying to figure out if Jim Carrey is a clone or not. This is my dream story. I was built in a lab to talk about this for 5 hours.
Please don't talk about this for 5 hours. Please don't. It's funny that she brings up comment sections. I think she'd want to avoid reminding people about the comment section.
Right.
But thank you for everyone who's writing WATP in her comments. We do appreciate that. So she tries to tie in all these other topical subjects whenever she does these things, where she's just like, hey, look at this. Jim Carrey, this is the war we should be worried about. Do you guys see these files that dropped that show Jim Carrey looks weird? All right, we get it, Whitney. You're paying attention to the news. You're on top of everything. Whitney's childhood was rough. And her parents, I guess, were alcoholics who got a divorce when she was younger.
No. She was born in a lab, she said.
Well, she was born in a lab. She did go to a private school and went to a nice college. Whatever. Doesn't matter. According to her childhood was very rough. And she makes light of it with some hilarious jokes.
Christmas Eve, having to choose which hungover parent I want to try and wake up the next morning, only to find out for Christmas, I got the same thing I gave you last year. You can't re-gift a present I gave you. I'm like, why is dad giving me a tie? I'm 6. Why is mom giving me a parenting book that I stole from the library and put on her hungover body?
Who is encouraging that in the background?
That's Pat, the producer. What's a hungover body?
It stinks.
It's not great. But she goes on these little rants and she eventually cracks herself up, which is good because then you can make a thumbnail. It's nice when people laugh from time to time. Fucking guy.
I've read about it.
So she tries to figure out the reason why these entertainers need awards all the time, why they're so attracted to award shows. Because she's like, I don't even know why Jim Carrey showed up to this fucking thing. Like, he's accomplished so much in his life. He's got to show up in public to be ridiculed for getting some dumb award in France. Well, she has it figured out.
Jim Carrey received an award. That was his first mistake. Sorry, I want to be like a celebrity's life coach where I tell them how famous they are. I just want to be like, you're beloved. What is this obsession with awards? I think it's because most people that become famous entertainers, they never got to be prom queen or prom king or captain of the football team. They weren't popular. And then they spend the rest of their lives trying to accept any award that comes along. You guys, you all have to figure out your prom wounds.
Now I heard that and I went, that's a terrible take. Hollywood is where the pretty people go. It's like, yeah, I was the most popular guy in my class and I fucked all the hot cheerleaders and now I'm going to go star in movies.
Yeah, I'm going to build on that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think I could be in a soap opera or two. Like, yeah, that's exactly how all of that works. But in Whitney's mind, these are all the dorks in school who weren't popular at all. And so they have to go win an Oscar. I'll show them by winning an Oscar. So then she starts looking this up and realizing that she's completely wrong about this.
So I Googled prom queen. The winners were Halle Berry. Oh, well, she's cool. I feel like she was just like, didn't even run or like, didn't care. Like she probably wasn't even there. They were like, Halle. And she was like, I didn't go. I'm Halle Berry. Like I'm stretching because I plan on being Catwoman. Renee Zellweger was prom queen. That's Texas. Taraji P. Henson was prom queen. See, but they're cool. I feel like if you've been prom queen and then you get famous, you're not as like, you don't cry when you get an award. You're just like, yeah, I've been winning. This is sort of, I'm gifted.
This is the worst take possible. So she realizes like, oh, all these celebrities were prom queen. Okay, that makes sense. She goes, yeah, but Halle Berry, like she's been there before. She probably didn't even care about becoming prom queen. Like when she gets an award, she's really cool about it. Let's rewind back to the 2002 Academy Awards when Halle Berry won for Best Actress.
I'm sorry. This moment, so much bigger than me. This moment is for Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll.
All right. So she goes out and take credit for all Black accomplishments throughout Hollywood. So I just found that wild that Whitney, her take on it is just like, yeah, there probably no one was popular in high school. Oh, Halle Berry was? That's why she plays it so cool. When she wins an award, she's like, whatever, don't care. Couldn't possibly be a worse take. She goes out to prove herself wrong beyond that.
Meg Ryan was prom queen. I like them. That's okay. So I don't really have a theory going here, but
yeah, it seems like your theory is stupid.
Yeah, it is all broads.
Well, let's figure out if there's any prom kings showing up in Hollywood.
All right.
I saw John Legend was prom king. That's wild. Will Ferrell was actually Sadie Hawkins king. Brad Pitt was homecoming king. I guess it could go two ways. It could go one of two ways.
Yeah. So she goes, okay, hold on a second. I have a new theory. Either they weren't the prom king and they come to Hollywood, or they were and they came to Hollywood. So it's almost like they're not connected at all.
Oh, those are the two ways.
Those are the two ways, yeah. It's almost like your theory is stupid and you proved yourself wrong immediately on your show.
She really shows us why she's not processing any of this Riyadh stuff. Because this is how she deals with being wrong or learning something new. She's incapable. It either has to be warped to be, that's what I was saying all along, or she just denies what's happening. And also, do you think they were mocking her when she said Halle Berry didn't even attend her own prom and there was a picture of Halle Berry at her prom right next to her head?
Yeah.
They're fucking with her and no one told her.
That's pretty funny. That's all in post. You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. She has the most brilliant back and forth. So she's talking about her feelings about the prom. And her and her producer, Pat, just have a chemistry and a rapport that is second to none.
And now that I'm a parent, y'all are in trouble. Even more trouble than all the 40-year-old volleyball coaches with no kid that goes to the school and no wife.
I think you should chaperone the prom.
Everybody out. Everyone out. Now.
I do see something wrong with a little bump and grind.
Well, I see something wrong.
I really liked it last week. We were watching this and Chris Cole, Whitney's fiance, was on the show because it showed how someone sitting there and watching this would react. Not a smirk, not a laugh, just, what's going on? What are we doing?
This is why we don't talk at dinner.
But Whitney cracks up laughing at this mundane horseshit that they talk about on this show.
And earlier this episode, wasn't she just mocking those women who are like, bah, 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 bah. She's like, those are the crazy, and then she was doing that. Exactly what she was talking about.
She's not sure what to do. Now, she's again talking about this theory that the award show cashes in on the fact that the people need to be the prom king or prom queen. It didn't happen for them.
Every award as an adult cashes in on the lack of the prom queen or homecoming or whatever award in high school when a zit was life or death, when that prom court thing was everything. Has any celebrity been prom queen? I actually looked this up. Okay, because if you're a prom queen and you still need to get famous after that, your father should be put in prison for life.
But Whitney, that would be too harsh of a penalty for that. Prison for life? Come on, you can't possibly mean that, right? Comedy. So I mentioned that Jim Carrey's over in France, and she's got a real problem with France. She she does not let France off very easily on this podcast. So if you're France, watch out.
How did he get conned into going to France to accept an award in French? Where does France get off deciding someone has achieved something worthy of a trophy? Hey, France, you guys are a bit late in acknowledging this. But then again, that's your thing, hashtag World War II. Also, hashtags are just over, huh?
Pretty good France reference. World War II.
When in doubt, be obnoxious.
It's crazy. The stream of consciousness thing that she's trying to pull off here, she can't focus on anything. She can't make a point. She just has to start rambling on nonsense.
And then anyway, so he accepts his award, and my feed, in the middle of a war, multiple wars, in the middle of a file drop, jerky, grape soda, Clintons are testifying. Did you see Bill Clinton looking at a photo and straight up reminiscing of a picture of him in a hot tub with Epstein, and he just starts like being like, oh.
Smile, yeah.
Dude.
That wasn't even me.
That
he smiles. He's like, oh, that was a great time.
Oh, Savannah Guthrie's mom in Jim Carrey. I literally was like, I thought he was gone. That's how many photos I saw, pictures of him everywhere.
You know what she needs? She needs Tony from Hack the Movie sitting there going, focus. Focus, Whitney. Talk about Jim Carrey in France.
So
not
true.
Clinton. Just for a second, please.
Yeah, Pat, grow up hair, dude.
I know, he sucks. He just giggles along.
He's being held hostage.
You think?
He seems like it. He just kind of giggles, hoping he can be let loose.
It's not an easy job. You know, this is one of the things I was talking to Keanu about on Point Dabble Point when she came on. It's like, it seems exhausting to laugh along with the Duke of the definitions and stuff. Like, it's obviously not funny. She's like, no, it was so funny. Oh, I went on there because it's fun. It's a goof. It's like, no. You were working so hard to please John and pretend that anything was entertaining or interesting.
Yeah. Talking to him like a kindergartner.
It's not yeah, exactly. It's not a fun way to live your life. There's an ad that comes up during this show that I thought was interesting.
But the stereotype is totally wrong. Real OCD is a serious condition where unwanted distressing thoughts called intrusive thoughts get stuck on repeat in your mind on a loop, and you feel compelled to do certain behaviors and compulsions to make the anxiety go away. When I finally got diagnosed with OCD, so much of my life started making sense. I could look back, I could see all the intrusive thoughts and the compulsions that I had dealt with over the years, replaying conversations in my head for hours to make sure that I hadn't said something offensive.
How convenient. Whitney has OCD as well. And there's a product called No CD. Wasn't this the hashtag that was trending, Adam, after you exposed John?
That's exactly right. No CD.
I had no idea. So there's nocd.com. And apparently it's covered by insurance. I'm sure John has health insurance with all his pensions and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So if John wants to get better, he should check out nocd.com. I have a feeling he doesn't want to get better. I think he likes having that as an excuse. I think he wants to have his fake OCD.
This isn't a good ad read, though, because she's getting in trouble with her words all the time.
Yeah,
with
right.
Miss Rachel and so on.
Yeah. It's like you're taking that? Oh, no, thank you. Then right.
No CD.
Yeah, who's the spokesperson we're gonna get? I was thinking Whitney Cummings. Oh, you're fired.
How about Bill Burr?
No, they're all intrusive thoughts.
Right. What are you doing? Why would you do that? All right. So now she's talking about people get very nervous around celebrities. And so celebrities have a hard time navigating in the world because people are nervous around them.
He's like, I just need a couple yogurts. And they're like, but you or why I didn't drink bleach. And he's like, I need to buy some bleach. And he can't buy the bleach because the cashier's hands are shaking so much he can't ring him up. This is why famous people shoplift so much. I swear to God. They're like, I feel like I'm stressing everybody out. I'm just going to commit a crime.
Is that Winona Ryder? Are there other celebrities who have been caught shoplifting? That's the only one I can think of. Is that a thing?
No, that's the one I remember.
Yeah, okay. That was 40 years ago.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Dude, she doesn't know. This is so funny. She's like, this is why, they can't hold the bleach that I need to buy, and that's why they shoplift, because they want to commit a crime. It's like, well, no, I thought you meant because they couldn't buy it because
yeah, the cashier.
I don't know.
Shaking.
I don't know. It's all so manic. She said, just fucking calm down. Like, write down some notes, put some bullet points on a piece of paper.
Lay off the energy drinks.
Yeah. The energy drinks.
Energy drinks, yeah.
That's what it is, Chris. The old energy drinks. All right. Well, let's get into some celeb talk. Now, here's a thing that I'm picking up on with Whitney. Whitney doesn't know who she is right now. Okay. She's been trying out this new kind of format to her show. And while she's doing that, she's testing out different characters, other people that she's seen, and she's trying to sound like them. And this one, I swear to God, I watched this segment. I went, oh, this is like Kathy Griffin. I think she's going for like a Kathy Griffin vibe here. Great.
Jim Carrey is that beloved. Still not enough. Even after the Emma Stone thing. You think I care about that? Do you think that is even one tick against the guy? Jim Carrey is such a G. What he's on the level of, he made a weird video where he talked about Emma Stone. He's one of the very few people that when they do something that we don't get, we just blame ourselves. We're like, I'm too dumb to know what that was.
When he proposed to her on Instagram?
Yeah. It was like, okay, that's
trolling.
It's also like I couldn't explain while Mulholland Drive is a good movie.
Who did they pick to play Andy Kaufman?
That's what exactly
in the movie.
Exactly.
I'm not speeding this up or anything like that, by the way, in case you're wondering. This is just what the show is. And do you know what I'm saying with the Kathy Griffin thing? Like all of a sudden she's a little bit too in tune with what every celebrity is up to, and like has too much knowledge about it. Like really wants to be that.
They both had those
girl.
Big public, what do you call them? Scandals, I guess, where they're, like you said, forced to come back and reinvent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
She has this Riyadh thing. Kathy Griffin had the thing with President Bush and Trump. Sorry, and they don't know who to be, and they're trying to still be wild comedians. I mean, Whitney was a liberal Democrat progressive, and then she was a conspiracy theorist for a while, and then she got married and had a kid and became right-wing conservative, and now she some kind of Muppet? I don't know.
Well, I'll give you the answer to what she is now. Now she's doing a Chris D'Elia impression.
Oh, shit.
France is like avant-garde, like the cool kids table. At what point are we going to just go, I'm mainstream?
I thought you were weird before the stupid outfit.
What's more weird than being mainstream? That's core. That's avant-garde. Katy Perry, you're just like, what? That is so punk, dude. Like, good for her. Good for her.
Brave.
Okay, so brave.
It's a Chris D'Elia impression. Dude. What's more punk than Katy Perry, dude? Dude.
Stop saying punk. I do like Pat brought up stupid outfits because she wears them all the time.
She does. That's what she's known for, I guess.
Does she think people believe that the creator of Two Broke Girls is like punk?
She doesn't know what she thinks anymore.
You know, there was one interesting thing about the Jim Carrey story, which was that he had said once, if you ever see me smiling and being all happy at an award show, it's not me. Kill me. Because his award show appearances were getting weirder and weirder and all about the Illuminati and about other things happening. And then Epstein and all this stuff. He hasn't been seen. And all of a sudden, it's not even how he looked. It's that he was so like Hollywood and happy to be there and playing the game and shaking the hands and just doing what he swore he would never do. And then Whitney, we have tape of her talking about how evil the government is over in the Middle East and the Riyadh and how she doesn't like the leaders there.
Yeah.
And then she's shaking hands and doing gigs and taking their money and smiling and acting like that never happened. And she never said it and trying to find out what kind of person she can be that does all of these things. It's not a person.
Right. Yeah. She's completely lost in what her personality is, what her persona is. And so I see her trying out these different things like, all right, I'm the Epstein Files person. Blind Mike covered the show that we covered on his show. I know I keep talking about Blind Mike, but I miss him. All right. He's gone this weekend. He covered it on his show where, Whitney started up the show. We had the same clip. Whitney starts up the show. It's just like, guys, I can't talk about Epstein anymore. I got to take a break from it. As if everyone's going like, all right, we got to get on Whitney. We got to figure out what's going on with this Epstein stuff. Like, she's obviously the reporter who gives us the Epstein news.
Yeah, the only coverage I want to hear.
Right. That's what I need Whitney Cummings for in my life right now, is just to get me up to speed on what's going on with the Epstein files. So she's like, not sure what her identity is. This show was all like Hollywood gossip and bad takes. And then she goes into a Tim Dillon impression. Of course, we've all been talking about how she's trying to be Tim Dillon. This is a perfect example.
I may not look cool, but I didn't really put a lot of thought into it because I have a job.
All right. So
what job? Oh, this is it. Okay, I got it.
I buy views on YouTube.
She color coordinates. The painting matches the wall, matches her outfit. She puts no thought into it.
All right. So then she talks about what a hipster she was and how she wore, those Reebok pumps, those basketball shoes that you can make tighter around your foot for some reason. And this turns into hilarious talk with her producer.
I used to wear white baggy turtlenecks to my knees as a dress. You don't get it. Okay. No one's been more dangerously weird than this guy. I had pumps. Pumps you had an air tube where you could pump up the shoe. I had gadgets for fashion.
It's confusing because isn't a high heel also called a pump?
Correct.
Right.
Like if you're the most divorced man on earth from Toledo, it would be like high heels. But yeah, pumps are like a little more like,
So once again, Dan just makes a face at her and she starts cracking up laughing. That's all it takes.
Pat. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I keep calling him Dan?
No, just once.
Pat. That's his name. So you heard right there, like Whitney went to the crusty school of comedy where it's like Toledo. What's a funny place you could be from if you're a divorced dad? I guess Toledo wins that one. Good stuff. I have one more clip on here. She's talking about the hipsters over there in France, as you can tell. And, we have hipsters in this country too. And I think what makes this such great comedy is the specifics of it. You got to be very specific when you give an example.
We gotta stop trying to make the alt kids like the American version is like Brooklyn is like the France of America, right? A bunch of like Nepo babies dressed like they're in a Civil War reenactment, like they were like the cobblers in the Civil War with like leather notebooks that have a strap that's like 300 feet long. You're like, you're the dork. Who cares?
So I don't know what she's talking about, what she's getting at, and why she's doing this, and I don't know who it's for, but I can tell you that if you read through the few comments she gets on these videos that have hundreds of thousands of views, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are paying attention to it. We are.
I have to believe that this is gaslighting and that she is trying to make us think the opposite of everything we ever think, and that all her opinions are so wild that it can somehow justify this Riyadh thing, because she's like, the dorks are the cool people, everything is up, everything's down, you don't know what's going on, I played a gig, then I move on. Like, she just wants to blow smoke around this whole thing.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when she finally gets the divorce and comes out and says, okay, this is what was going on at this stage of my life, and we find out what's really happening.
I don't see her taking responsibility or taking...
probably not. Speaking of finding out what's really happening, Opie and Ron, we got that coming up in just a minute. Ron's getting a lot of offers, getting a lot of messages from important people, because he's blowing up over there on the scene. And then Stuttering John has Bob Levy on, and he's got some words for Mr. Levy after, Bob was his friend, and he betrayed him. And John hates getting betrayed by his friends. Seems to happen a lot to him, so he gets real butthurt over that. Supertip.gg/WATP. Vitaly Maloryov coming in.
Super Tip cannot restrain me any longer. Nagar. Try and stop me, Melton. You can't. Nagar.
Okay. Someone's figuring out other languages that sound like words in English. I think I heard this on Tukey Soup the other night. Why are people so creative? Mostro says, I get a chubby when I make Adam laughs. Hashtag skinny me. Oh, we saw that one.
Yep.
And Kitty coming in, gifting 5 Who Are These Podcast memberships. Thank you, Kitty 1071. That's very much appreciated. If you got a membership, check out the posts tab, and you'll see all the bonus shows that we put out. We're doing a show this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, as usual. That will be with Trucker Andy swinging by and doing the show with us. So if you are on our Patreon or YouTube channel, you get the link to that, and you can watch us live or anytime thereafter. We leave it up for you. All right, let's check in on the Opster.
Ba, 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 ba.
All right, so Opie back last week we're looking at first, and then we'll get caught up. Opie's talking about how scary AI is. It's going to take away all the jobs. And, we're only a little ways away from no more jobs because AI is taking over everything, right? Hot take Opie over here. And that conversation leads into what the future of AI is going to be. And Opie's got a take I haven't heard from a lot of places, so maybe this is a unique one.
You know what AI could do? And they're going to end up bringing back dinosaurs. Mark my word. AI is going to bring back dinosaurs, bitches, because they're going to be bored.
Jurassic Park I believe is what you're referencing.
Good stuff, Ron. It's amazing. Opie's just like, and then what's going to happen is the dinosaurs come back because AI's bored and starts making dinosaurs. Doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Who knows what the fuck he's talking about? And Ron's like, I saw that movie. Hold on. Let me think about it.
And it stumped the Opster.
Yeah. Jurassic Park. All right. So do you want to set up this next clip about, I guess they're talking about going on Legion of Skanks, right?
Yeah, a lot of people are hitting Ron up in his DMs, and they're starting to talk about it on Legion of Skanks, and they mentioned Ron's name. They said the phrase Opie and Ronnie, and that has lit a fire under Ron that's going to last all week long.
Oh, good.
So we could go on Legion of Skanks. They want us on. People want us to go on. This is what I think would happen. You want to hear what I think would happen?
Yeah.
100%. 10 minutes into it, coming out behind the curtain is fucking Anthony and Jim Norton. 100%. 100%. I believe that would happen.
Okay. So Ron's saying, oh, they're talking about having us on Legion of Skanks. It's just to ambush us, which is a weird paranoia that I thought Opie had and not others, but maybe Opie's rubbing off on Ron here. Because again, Louis J. Gomez was on Blind Mike's chat this past weekend and literally said, every guest we have on Legion of Skanks, we give a chance we want them to be funny. We give them every chance to be funny on the show. Louis wouldn't have gotten to where he is in life if he was like sabotaging his guests when they come on shows and ruining their appearances.
It's not like a punked style format where they bring out your enemies by surprise and have you battle it out at the end. That's not their comedy show.
No, that's not what they do at all. And it's funny that Opie and Ron feel like they so much feel like they don't belong that they're like, what's the trick? Hey, we'll have Opie on Legion of Skanks. What's your angle? What are you up to? It's like, no, Opie, you still have a name. You could get on bigger shows if you weren't so paranoid about it.
I think you just said it. I really do. You said that Opie is paranoid. And I think they do a lot of talking on the phone. And I think a lot of these co-hosts that we see here, they listen to what they say on the phone and then they repeat it back to them on the show, and they love it because Ron wants to belong. He's a comic. Opie thinks nobody wants it, but Opie keeps giving reasons why they also don't want Ron, because Cumia is an anti-Semite, because he's a racist. They don't like your type. And now this whole thing, they're going to ambush you. It's all about this racism thing, and he's going to toe the party line, I think.
Okay, so that was the end of last week. Now fast forward to Monday of this week. And do you want to set up your first clip here? Opie's really good with co-hosts. He really knows how to make them feel good.
So Artie Lang.
Hold on, we got a few people. They have to be sarcastic, Rob. They have nothing else to offer the world, so they got to just be sarcastic. You get how these people are, right? They were never brave enough to try to do this themselves, so they sit in a chat room when someone's trying to entertain and put content out there, and the only thing they could give you is sarcasm. And this guy wrote, "Wow, so when you're younger, you're more energetic. That's a deep take."
Yeah. Hey, Opie, guess what you're going to get more of now? Sarcasm. You can't make that big of a deal about something and act like you don't want it to happen. How is he?
And sarcasm's so much of his act.
I know.
If you want to call it an act.
It's what it is. How is he incapable of just ignoring things? They used to have Pale Talk back in the Opie and Anthony days. And Pale Talk was like this, like a chat that was going through that was on the internet. And I know Anthony was looking at it. He would reference it all the time. I think he was picking up girls and stuff. I don't think Opie was looking at it. I don't think he's capable of being distracted by something that's in front of him. He needs to turn the comments off.
Yeah. I also
It's not
think
good for him.
Opie and John are obsessed with fame, and something weird about it being on the radio or being on the TV makes it real. And whenever somebody says one of those things on the TV, he has to correct it. So his thing was the last thing said. That's the last word. Now that's what's real. In their head, they think it's like winning something.
So the chat's continuing to roll through, and they're figuring out what Ron's thinking.
Something maybe, but you doubled down. Oh, by the way, the guy's back. Ope, love you. See you at Skankfest. Wow, that.
I thought you were. I thought you. I thought you're not doing that.
I ain't doing Skankfest.
Yeah, see, Ron wants to go to Skankfest.
Yes.
And Lewis has definitely made the offer to have an Opie and Anthony reunion at Skankfest, which would be very fucking cool. And I believe Anthony said, yeah, I'll do it. And Opie is like, I'm not doing that. And again, it comes down to paranoia. But, Big J, Okerson apparently is part of Legion of Skanks. Big J is paying attention, and he's messaging Ron. He's a big fan of what Ron Berman's up to.
Jay Oker said something about, I think it's Opie and Ronnie now. There's Opie and Ronnie, blah, blah, blah. And Jay's like, we got to get them on. Let's get Opie and Ronnie on.
Right. So,
and you would never go for that.
No. Well, I don't know. I don't really think about it because the problem.
Good exposure.
Well, the problem is, I get invited on stuff almost weekly, but everyone wants to just talk about Opie and Anthony drama. If someone could promise me I'll go on your show, we'll talk about anything else. That would be cool.
What a pussy. I'll go on your show. Here's what we're allowed to talk about. Opie's a guy who would say the craziest shit to celebrities that came on Opie and Anthony. Like that was his thing. Mm-hmm. He was the guy who would confront celebrities and talk about uncomfortable things. And now it's like, Opie, you want to come on this huge show? It's a big platform that could get more people interested in what you're doing. You can promote what you're doing. Only if you only talk about what I want to talk about. What? That's not how any of this works.
If Dawson from Dawson's Creek wanted to be on the Opie and Anthony show, but said, you can ask me about anything but Dawson's Creek, he wouldn't have mocked that. He wouldn't have made fun of that and found that to be shallow.
Right. It would be the first question he asked. He would try to get them to, disengage from the phone call.
And also, can we unpack? I get offers almost weekly. What is almost weekly? Is that bi-weekly? Well, that's once a month.
Yeah, he's not.
No.
I'm sure that, I know Kevin Brennan's reached out to him in the past. I'm sure people are reaching out trying to get Opie on their show because it would be interesting to have Opie on the show, but he never does anyone's show. So why would they keep pouring in?
No.
It's like, hey, I saw you on this thing and that thing. You want to come and do this thing? It's like, no, he's never anywhere. So no one's asking.
What does he think they would want to talk to him about? He can't not talk about Opie and Anthony. What else are they going to ask him about?
I mean, I'd want to ask about his dead wife and kids, obviously.
Well, yeah, that'd be great.
I want to do a welfare check on Doggy. It doesn't make any sense. I guess he'd want to talk about his radio days after Opie and Anthony because he's still so proud of that with Carl Ruiz and Vic Henley and those guys, Sherrod Small.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like no one listened to that. No one knows about it. So
the thing that he's still building.
The thing that he's still promoting, best years of my life or best radio years or whatever it's called, where he just puts out the show no one listened to.
But all of those people were on Opie and Anthony. It's not going to come up at all when talking about them. What about Opie and Jim? Can we talk about that? There's a lot of rules.
I don't think he's going to want to talk about that. I don't think so. So then Ron, because he wants to go and do Skankfest and be on these shows.
Clearly.
Yes, he starts the negotiations.
It would only be a positive for us. It would help our numbers. And yeah, don't be naive. They're going to talk about Anthony. And they're going to bring up Jim Norton. The only thing, by the way, I would do it, Opie, but the one guarantee you have to have from them, and I'm being serious, we can't be sabotaged. 15 minutes in, all of a sudden behind the curtain, there he is. He is.
That would never be a guarantee that I would believe. So listen to me. I've gotten a lot of awards over the years, Ron.
What?
I don't display them. I don't give a shit.
I know you keep talking about 4th place in high school. It's really
all right. So Opie's like, I would go on there, but they have to guarantee that they're not going to sabotage with Anthony being there behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And like, even if he did say that, I wouldn't believe it. I'm sorry. Are there examples of this happening on Legion of Skanks or at Skankfest or anything? Where there's like these gotcha moments, or it's like, and here's your mortal enemy. Ah!
How you doing? Where are you? How you doing?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that I don't know.
That's some
I'll take
serious
your word
paranoia.
for it that they don't.
Yeah.
But how did that lead to the awards talk?
I don't know.
That was very strange.
Yes. I think
He gets them tri-monthly.
All right. So then Ron, he's not too proud to beg. All right. He wants to do this show. He wants the show to blow up. He wants to get eyeballs on it.
She's not.
Hey, Opie, I'm being serious. Like, I would do me a favor. Give it some consideration. Legion of Skanks is asking for Opie and Ronnie to be on. I think it could be a positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cuts the stream off as Ron's going, if Legion of Skanks is asking for us to be on there, I don't know why we wouldn't go on there. It'd be positive for us. We can promote that. What a pussy.
And it's funny that it cut there because I was just thinking, why are they having this conversation if they've already had a phone conversation about it?
Right.
And if they haven't,
but I think
maybe
it's actually very similar to the Ava conversation.
Yes,
where it's
it
like,
is.
Ava, I was like, John, I want you to stop striking channels. We talked about this. He's like, why are you bringing this up now? It's like, because I have to do that or else you're just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
I have to do it on the show in front of people so that they know this is what I'm bringing up. We should do Legion of Skanks. They talked about us. Why are we not doing the show? I'm not even sure if Legion of Skanks wants Opie and Ron on. I doubt they'd have Ron on there, but they might. Be funny. There's a big announcement, by the way. Vinny Paulino sent this to me. So you guys know Dave Smith is leaving Legion of Skanks. He's got a couple more episodes and they're going to find a new third chair. And it was announced on You Know What, Dude. Robert Kelly says he is replacing Dave Smith. Now, I have to say, it's got to be a work. He said it in all sincerity. Everyone congratulated him. They never said it's not happening. But he's the one who came on with Big J on the Bonfire. He replaced Dan Soder on the Bonfire, and everyone hated it. I shouldn't say everyone. 99.7% of people who liked the show Bonfire hated that move. Because Robert Kelly's a nice enough guy. I know he follows the Dabbleverse and stuff. That's cool. But he's kind of a nothing when it comes to his personality. He doesn't really add anything. I don't know. I don't know what the appeal would be. And it's so weird to have him and Big J on another show together when they already do a show together. And then he's going to get added. So I'm hoping it's a work. I'm thinking it's a work that he would replace Dave Smith on Legion of Skanks.
It doesn't seem like a good fit.
No. It seems weird. He's like I feel like Robert Kelly's a lot older than those guys too, right? He's generation before those guys. Doesn't make sense to me, but we'll see what happens. All right. Fast forward to this morning on Opie's show. And Opie says some wild things sometimes. So Opie's going to describe what makes his podcast different than other podcasts and why he is, these guys all do the same thing. Like they're the only show that's professional and they know how to do a show no one else does.
I love my people in the chat. I get good things from my people in the chat, but we don't really focus on it as much because me and Ron have a shit ton of things to actually talk about. Most people doing this, they don't have anything to talk about except beating the shit out of other people that are doing this. Thank you. Back to you, Ron.
We've seen this before where, so Opie's so highly emotional about WATP and shows that criticize him is that he thinks there's only two types of shows on the internet. What he's doing, and then people who are criticizing him. What about true crime? There's like so many categories of shows. What about Mr. Beast games? Like there's so many categories of things that people are doing, and Opie narrows it down to there's me and there's my detractors, and I'm better than my detractors. There's tons of other stuff, and you're terrible at this. You don't have tons of topics.
Whoa, he's in the top 5.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
He thinks there's famous people and celebrities and then everyone else. And he is a famous celebrity. Everyone else is everyone else.
Everyone else is in a basement. Right.
Yep.
So it's amazing that he says, listen, we bring all this content. How many times has he been like, all right, what do you got for us, Ron? Yes. Ron's just like, well, there's 20 good guitarists, I guess, from Rolling Stone. You want to talk about that? So they have nothing. It's pointless. It's babble, 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 as Opie would say.
Babble, babble, babble.
And what's amazing about this, and Adam captured this, is right after he says, all these other shows, all they can do is just bash other shows because they don't have anything to talk about, unlike us who have tons of topics.
Howie Mandel does a podcast with his daughter. It's god awful. It does hundreds of thousands of downloads per episode. And
Really?
It stinks.
Oh, you've seen it?
I've seen the clips. Yes. It's boring. There's nothing going on. There's no substance. It's safe.
So
Howie's not even funny. How about this, Howie? Maybe be funny on your fucking podcast, you idiot.
Wow. That's amazing. Opie calling out a podcast for being safe and unfunny. That's wild right there. Holy shit. How does he not recognize that that's what his show is? It's the most safe, unfunny show there is.
His feelings are so strong and overwhelming, he can't see past them at any given moment and has to address that. He has no idea. If he heard someone say this about him, he would kill himself. It would be the end of the world. He would never be able to recover. If someone's just like, be funny, Opie, stop what you're doing and be funny, you jerk. He would not be able to get up in the morning.
And then Ron's like, oh, you actually watched the show? Because it is amazing that Opie would actually do something and know what he's talking about. And even Opie's just like, I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be like watching WTP and being like, Opie's show sucks. How do you know? I see clips.
Yeah. And that's our Opie segment.
Yep. And there's the proof.
And Ron knew too when he asked him. He was like, yeah, you watched it.
Yeah,
he knew he didn't.
I know. So they address Opie cutting the podcast early sometimes. Now, is this specifically about Opie ending the show when Ron was asking about going on Legion of Skanks, or is this just the fact that Opie's
this is about
saying, I gotta go.
Right. And what is the reason he always tells us he has to go? What have we agreed?
To get the kids ready for school.
So this was very interesting.
Okay.
Because look, guys, I love live streaming in the morning. I really like doing these with Ronnie Babes, but we kind of make a little money when you watch or watch these days as well. Certainly, if you're on Spotify, when people download these on a podcast app, that's how we make our little money that's coming in. So it's one reason why I cut off the live stream when I do, is to try to get it out there before the people are in their cars, so they have an opportunity to download this on the way to work. All right, but with that,
Opie thinks he's doing morning radio still.
Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating. I had no idea. He thinks that he's getting his podcast uploaded so early. People are going, all right, I got to get in the cars. Opie, new Opie. All right, sweet. I got Opie for my ride to work. It's not happening.
That's insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
And we're upset and bummed when it's not there waiting for us. Like,
right.
Yeah. I'm not going to work.
I guess it's my afternoon drive time. Listen.
Sit in silence.
Yep.
And
that's amazing.
It was always weird that the time he had to walk his teenage children to school was changing. Like, it was never a set time. He wasn't like, I gotta go at this time. I gotta go. It was always like, all right, fine. Because it's arbitrary. It's so he can get this up in time to no one, so he can make no money and no one can hear it. It's just a thing in his head he wants radio people to hear that aren't listening.
Yeah, that's true. I also think he does get downloads. I think he probably gets better numbers on the downloads than he does on views on YouTube, only because when he came out in 2018 with his podcast, a ton of people subscribed to it. Maybe 1 million. I don't know. And so there's a lot of people who just never unsubscribed, and it just populates, it just downloads to their phone. They don't even know. It's just in the background, downloading to a phone somewhere.
But they're not listening to this. They're not listening.
No.
He's not listening to this. He's still in 2018.
Yeah.
What did it debut at?
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 in iTunes in the comedy category.
That's insane.
It's insane. We should go back and revisit the first ever episodes again. We did that one as a bonus show.
Yeah.
We listened to his first ever podcast. It's fascinating because he was just like, guys, I can't wait to start over again from the beginning. We're going to become number 1. We're going to have the best show. It's going to be great. Oh, man.
This is why I'm in this shack in the woods doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wouldn't take advice from the company that hired him. They're like, yeah, they wanted me to get a studio and have guests and stuff. I said, fuck that. I'm going to hang out with Carl and get drunk.
What about content? Would you consider that, Opie?
Would you consider it? Would you at least consider it?
No.
All right. The hypocrisy continues as Opie interrupts Ron.
Epstein and Epstein's with.
Time out on the field. Do you remember when Barrister gave $20 to get rid of you from the show? And I said, if someone doesn't give me $20 to keep Ron, then you're gone. That's where you are with me. Any day could end. Any day. Barrister almost took you out with $20. Guess what, bitch? You're staying. Old Drew Mayfield just gave $20. Keep Ron. He is fun to make fun of.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
So both of the chats are negative Ron, and money's coming in. So Opie's like, well, this takes priority over whatever the fuck you're talking about. It doesn't matter. We got to talk about what a piece of shit you are. I've never seen a millionaire get more excited about $20. It's so crazy. I think it justifies all the time he spends wasting his life away. It's like, see, I'm making some money doing this.
Why is it not a hate comment? He just said these are hate comments, but it's not his name, so it's not hate.
Right. Ron's fun to make fun of. That's silly, guys. It's good stuff. I'm an asshole. All right, we have one more clip on here, and this one definitely pissed me off a little bit. You know,
I thought it might.
From time to time, Ron says shit that rubs me the wrong way, and I try to be a Ron guy, but when he says stuff like that, I can't get behind him.
Who's that guy, Dylan? The comic Dylan, he has a podcast. Is it Dylan?
Tim Dillon?
Dude, we're better than Tim Dillon.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Ron Perlman. You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if he's trying to be funny, but...
Do you know Chekhov? I write like him.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
You're better. You're better than that.
A little bit.
Such a prick. All right, we got Stuttering John stuff coming up. We got John with Bob Levy coming on the show. We have an amazing prediction that Anthony made years ago that came true. You want to talk about the real Duke of the future? Holy shit. It's unbelievable what we found out. Also, Megan will be by with Is It Gay? We have the Opie or Burr game. We have plugs to get to. That's an exciting part of the show. So stick around for that. First, supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to support the show.
That Botoxed up Adderall mannequin either doesn't know what she is or she does know and she doesn't like it.
Either way, I think we all can agree that Carl sucks at podcasting.
Right. It's a good point, Gino. Thank you. Nick the Fed.
If Ron tells me that Big J. Okerson texted him, I will lose my mind. My mind!
I was waiting for that to happen.
That busted Adderall mannequin either doesn't know what she is, or she does know, and she doesn't like it.
Either way, we all can agree that Carl sucks at podcasting.
The shicks that shakes the sheep shick.
That's funny. Well, thanks for getting that one in again with a little more to it. Vansa Horatio, $5. For his own next brilliant comedic bit, John is also going to send you his personalized hamburger pants. Plot twist. That ain't hamburger. Skull. Let's hope not. Michael C. Carl hates Bill Burr's Ooga Booga wife. I don't hate her.
Just afraid of her.
Clever Mystic. Opie's weekly offer is John trying to get him on. That could be it. Or maybe it's Aaron Imholt. Did you see John talking about teaming up with Aaron because they both were betrayed by Keanu? Did we play that on our bonus show? God, that'd be a dream come true. Maybe it was Point Dabble Point we were playing that. That would be a dream come true. Kitty gifted another Who's Podcast membership. Thank you very much, Kitty, for that.
Aaron can't control John's Coke problem. That's ruining the shows.
Labyrinth Mystic coming back out on Super Tip.
This Ron guy's the wrong kind.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Okay. All right. Let's get into our buddy Stuttering John. Coming off of one of his best shows ever. He can't wait to do a victory lap.
Bloody ass. Can I get a little sympathy? Because I got a bloody ass. I'm bleeding generously. Because I got a bloody ass.
All right, so John starts off his show last night with this weird rant about Friends. And then it starts veering off in this whole other direction and things come back around. I was glued to this. I'm like, what is he getting at? What is he talking about?
It's so weird. Now, I don't have any problems with my friends, but sometimes what is their interest? What is their best interest? Is it for me to fulfill their enjoyment? Or is it for them to get enjoyment? So, for instance, now we all know I have very close friends.
We can even name them, John.
Here's one in the box on the
floor. Yeah. I dropped a friend last night. It exploded on me. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Adam, can you name John's friends?
Yes. Beer Sales Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Ditka.
Yep.
Ava.
Nailed it. That's it. Check this out.
Him and Dan.
No, him and
They haven't
Dan,
spoken in a long time.
Yeah. Him and Dan doesn't help him with the show. Those three, I'll help him with the show. Those are his friends.
Vegas Beer Sells Jerry, Ava, Ditka, among various others.
Sure.
That support me.
The list goes on.
Could you imagine doing a show? You're just like, now you guys all know that I have tons of friends, right? And then I named 3 people. Cool.
And I appreciate their support. I do.
Okay.
But what Pinky did today, and I would say this to Jerry, Ditka, Ava, it doesn't matter. Have a lot of friends.
What?
In the Dabbleverse.
Okay. Oh.
What Pinky did today, maybe you don't know what he did.
I don't.
So maybe I should show you.
Okay. Later that same evening.
So this is what Pinky decides to do. Now, listen. I get he's mad.
Okay. So is anyone else confused? Because he's like, listen, I have really good friends. I don't get mad at my friends. But Pinky did something really shitty today. And he takes forever to find that thing that he pulls up and shows us. And we'll get back to that. We'll figure out what that is that Pinky did that was so bad. But I'm like, what's going on with the friends talk? Why did it start with I have these friends who are loyal and...
Right. Should I be providing their enjoyment? Or
Right.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what was that? So I'm glued to this. I'm like, what is he talking about?
This is what Pinky decides to do. that he deems is funny. And I'm going to show up because I want to show you how sick this fucking asshole is. Let's send Stuttering John's mom something in the mail. Celebrate her 89th birthday. Stuttering John wants her to be part of the Dabbleverse, so let's make it happen. Address is in the Reddit clip below. Okay. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
So he gave that some oxygen for some reason. Does that make any sense to you guys?
No, I can barely understand what he said. I can't read it. So.
Okay. So let me back up here. What it says is, so Kevin Brennan posted, let's send Stuttering John's mom something in the mail to celebrate her 89th birthday. Stuttering John wants her to be a part of the Dabbleverse, so let's make it happen. Address is in the Reddit clip below. So the call to action here is to send gifts to Osa for her 89th birthday. And I'm still like, why did he start with the rant about the friends and how he has friends, but sometimes his friends do things that he doesn't like? What was that all about? So finally we get a glimpse, and I'm cutting this up, but this goes on and on. But finally I get a glimpse into what he's talking about.
And I got a friend who sends me this, and I'm like,
okay.
Really? Are we going down? Is that how far he's fallen? Now, I don't. Retaliation. What am I going to start fucking posting pictures of his wife or his family? No. I'm better than that. Skull!
What?
Since when?
He's literally done that to me. He's done that to Kevin. Specifically posted photos of Kevin's wife.
Melton.
He's posted photos of my wife and my family. It's just like, I'm better than that.
He just gave more oxygen to people finding his mother's address than if he said nothing at all. If you didn't want them to find her, you don't fucking mention it.
No shit. Yeah. So now we find out, okay, so I go, okay, so the friends are the ones who tell John everything that's going on in the Dabbleverse. Like, their job is to monitor everything that's happening in the Dabbleverse and be like, oh, did you see what Kevin Brennan posted? Oh, did you see what Chad Zumach said? You know, just nonstop. Like, could you imagine if, like, the only information I got from you was bad news? I'd just be like, Chris, I don't want to be your friend anymore. You just keep telling me bad news.
Oh, I thought you were into that. Huh. All right, I'm sorry.
Thought that was a fetish of yours. You had to get beat up by the internet and then have me share it with you with laughing emojis. No, not really. So after this, John goes on to explain that, you know, Pinky's putting this post out, but he was at Rodney's. Why didn't he fight him at Rodney's? You know, back to tough guy John again. I don't think Kevin Brennan's looking to fight. I think he's looking to fuck with John's mom.
And play his noisemaker.
And remember, the reason why this is happening is because John struck Kevin's channel and got Kevin's channel taken down for 10 days, which cost Kevin a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God there's that GoFundMe from Stevie Lou.
Yeah. Did they reach the goal?
No.
Okay.
They have not made $50,000 yet. So now we finally fucking find out what John's upset about with this friend, the reason he started this whole rant to begin with.
So one of my friends, and I don't, believe me, I do not hold them or her accountable, said, you should call Pinky's show. Why? Why would I call Pinky's show on Rumble, no less, to elevate Pinky's dinero? Why? Is it going to do anything for me? Or is it going to do anything for Pinky? Or is it going to do anything for you?
Oh, okay. So that's really what it's all coming down to, is that a friend of his said, hey, you should call into MLC, hash it out with Kevin. And that pissed John off big time. How fucking dare you tell me to go on Kevin's show, this guy I'm fighting with. All that would do is get more eyeballs on Kevin's show because it would be this big showdown. And who are you? Whose side are you on? And he's feeling like there's no loyalty here. And he's definitely feeling like he's being disrespected.
And I'm sure this person who texts me, whether it be Jerry or Dicka or Ava or the...
By the way, I love when he lists these three names over and over again. It's definitely Ditka. I was able to figure this out very easily that it wasn't Ava because he goes, when he did this, or she.
Yeah,
he did
I caught that.
He did the famous or she. It's a he. And he then talks about how Vegas beer sales did great things for him.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, it's definitely Ditka. And it's amazing that he starts his show off lecturing one guy that he communicates with all day long, every day. But he felt the need to big time this person because he feels so disrespected.
Sure, this person who texts me, whether it be Jerry or Dicka or Ava or the myriad of other friends.
No, that's just those.
Now, I'm sure they didn't know maybe that Pinky had posted that. Maybe they didn't, or maybe they did. My question is, why the fuck would I call Pinky's show? Why? To elevate him? I'm the Duke.
See what I mean? That's where he's very disrespected.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, hold on a second. Do you even know that you're friends with a super famous celebrity? And I am nice enough to respond to your messages and tell you to do things for me? I'm nice enough to put you to work for my show and you're going to suggest that I call into another show? Fuck you.
Is he really outraged by this? I mean, it's such a stupid thing. Like, if it's a bad idea, let it go. You know,
it is such a stupid thing. He thinks that the friend Ditka saw that Pinky said to fuck with John's mom, and then went, "Hey, call into Pinky's show." And she's like, again with bad timing, just like with the Ava fight. Really bad timing. I can't believe you tell me to do that when I'm really mad at this guy. It's like, you're always really mad at this guy. I know, but today I'm really, really mad at this guy. How dare you? So this is really just him putting his friend on blast.
Again, now, whoever, one of my friends who texted me this, I would assume he didn't know that this asshole had just posted such a heinous thing.
You know, this is just like me calling his kids losers or saying that Lily's last name should be Delabate. It's John's the one who's giving this oxygen. He's the one who's bringing this to light for everyone. It's like, can you believe how heinous this is? Like, I wouldn't have known about that. And I pay attention to this shit.
And I hope that Reddit took down that post.
We don't have to just hope, John. You can probably do something about it.
I was trying to call one of my friends to ask them to do it because I don't even know.
There you go. That's how you get things done. You ask your friends to do it for you. What a fucking helpless loser this guy is.
He can only check Reddit 3 times a day before 4 o'clock. You know that.
Times. I'm a lazy, lazy man.
One of my friends to ask them to do it because I don't even know how to do it on Reddit.
I love that too. He's like, I don't even know how to flag things on Reddit. YouTube, I'm very good at.
Yeah.
YouTube, I got that shit down. I can strike a channel, no problem at all. But Reddit, I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a button that says report next to every fucking post on every thread ever. This guy's so fucking lazy. So I told my friend to take down my mom's address. I mean, that is against the terms of service of Reddit. You can't just put people's home address and tell people to mail stuff to it. All right. Anyway, I just thought that was wild, the way that this show started, just putting his one friend Ditka on blast and letting him know. This is the way he used to lecture Clay Dabbler, too. He would do it on air, talking directly to Clay Dabbler. When Clay wasn't on the show, he just knew he was watching. What an asshole. What a shit friend this guy is. I after our bonus show last night, I can't wrap my head around why Ava is still friends with this guy. The way he treats her is so insane.
I know. I almost felt bad.
He finds broken people. Well, he finds a lot of people to be his friend. And the ones who have some self-esteem go, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore. And these fucking losers who are just latching on to the Howard Stern show or whatever the fuck they're latching on to are just like, oh, I'll put up with it. Oh, man. Grow a pair, Ava. Grow a pair. All right, but yes, last night was the greatest podcast episode ever for the Duke.
Now, Ava had a great point last night.
Mm-hmm.
And the one great thing about probably the best show ever in the Dabbleverse, even Bob Levy, Barbara herself, was applauding how great my show was last night. And there is no doubt about it. The Duke keeps getting W's.
Okay. So he had the most childish argument with Ava ever on that show. And now he's going, Ava made a good point. He was so offended that Ava even brought up the fact that he should stop striking channels because it makes him look like the villain, that he wouldn't even hear it. As soon as Ava stopped talking, he's like, nope, not going to do it. Nope, fuck you. Reading chats. And now he's on here going, Ava actually had a good point last night on the show. And I just keep getting W's. The W's thing I'm interested in knowing more about. But before we get into that, let's hear about how Ava was right. That's interesting.
But as far as what Ava was saying, now granted.
Are you saying granite? Oh, yeah. It's granted with a D.
I was upset because I had just been blindsided by Pianu.
Okay, so now he's going right to calling Keanu Pianu. He's picked up on that one. Very fun. I still think Piss Face is funnier. You know, it's not as clever, but it just kind of hits a little harder. So Ava was right. And for some reason, John is still talking about the Stress Factory gig. Now, the Stress Factory gig was months ago in New Jersey when he came up and brought on Gino and Keanu on that show. That was the one where Tommy Jordan was in an old man mask and Kevin Brennan was kicked out with his noisemaker. He wasn't allowed in. Anyway, I don't know why John's still talking about this.
Don't forget, when I first put Pianu on my show at the Stress Factory, that was per Gino's request.
He's so slow.
That's crazy.
Gino asked me to put Pianu on my show.
Okay. Cool. Good job, John. The way that he's turned on Keanu is just the name calling just immediately like this. He's such a shitty friend. Again, I don't know why anyone would want to be his friend. As soon as you criticize him, Keanu wasn't even trashing John, whatever word you want to use. Keanu just said, he's overbearing. I just need a break from him. He was trying to force me to ride with him in his car after he'd been drinking all night. And John's like, oh, really? You're a whore. You're an internet whore. You're an OnlyFans whore. People pee on you. It's like, all right. Wow. Well, we went right there, did we? Cool.
She said in a calm, soft voice, John, you made me feel uncomfortable. And he laughed like a Batman villain.
Yeah. Learning nothing, as usual. But this is another thing about John. The people who are his friend and just want to get stepped on by him, fine, whatever you want to do. Never, ever accept any type of favor from this asshole. He's still bringing up the Stress Factory from those months ago. Imagine if I let him watch my cats. We'd never hear the end of it. It's like that's the only reason why he ever does a favor for anyone is so he can lord it over them forever. And it's amazing that his motto is, do nice things, because what else are we here for? Or whatever the fuck he always says. So then he starts talking about this confrontation he had with Ava the night before.
But when I was doing my show yesterday, I wasn't prepared, because you know I don't prepare.
Squeegee reference.
For Ava to, bring up the striking. Now, that was my mistake, because Ava and I talked about a lot of things that afternoon, and one of the things I misinterpreted. She was saying, I thought she said, don't talk about striking anybody anymore. But what she was saying is, don't strike anybody anymore. But that was my misinterpretation.
This is gaslighting.
Yeah.
This did not happen. John is now pretending there was just a miscommunication they were having. They're like, oh, don't do that thing. Well, I agree with that. Because that doesn't even make sense.
No.
Ava never said, don't bring up striking anymore. Ava said very clearly, multiple times, with a written statement.
Yeah.
You have to stop striking people. In fact, let's flash back to the day before. So you just heard him say, oh, I was just, I had a misunderstanding. I didn't understand what Ava was talking about. This is the second time Ava explains it to John.
I know. I'm just telling you how I feel.
That's how you feel. That's not how I feel.
I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how I feel.
All right. Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
I guess I just don't get why.
Because, what do you mean why? I don't let people steal my content. I'm a fucking creator. I'm a content creator. I got fucking 1 billion shows stealing my content. You want me to fucking let them? Fuck that. Ain't happening.
I think that they're going to anyway. And I think people would see your side of things more.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, but I think you do because there's this duality with you where you have to establish control, but then you also don't understand why people don't see that you're a good guy. And I see that you're a good guy. I know you're a good guy, but I think that there's communities that watch all these shows that shit on me, and your family, but it's part of their day. And I think that it's not going to stop. They're going to do it anyway, and it's not going to stop them. And I just feel like I just really would hope that you would reconsider with that.
Okay, thank you. Not Paul Rubin, send your BF out with the link. Well, I did, but now I regret it.
Do you want me to leave?
Did it sound like John didn't understand there was a miscommunication as to what was being communicated?
No, he actually retorted with, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that because it's my content. Mm-hmm. And now he's saying the next day, he's just like, I just misunderstood. I thought Ava was saying not to talk about it, but that's not what Ava was saying at all.
Silly me.
Isn't that weird that that's the way that all went down? It's always trying to rewrite history, and it's all documented on the internet. He can't get away with it anymore, and he keeps trying to do it.
And he had to make it that we both got something wrong. It couldn't be him.
Yeah.
She misunderstood. I misunderstood. Here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in a way, what I was explaining here from a couple days ago is that exact point. It's like, it's going to keep happening. People, there's communities watching you, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're breaking it down right now.
I wonder what she was going to say, because she was saying something about there's two of you. And I wonder if she was going to mention half the time you're like, I don't care. Why would I be bothered by what some washed up comedian says about me? I'm the king. It doesn't bother me. And now she's supposed to know ahead of time that this crushed you. This destroyed you. And you're such a king that she had the audacity to give you some advice that you didn't agree with on that day. And then the next day, someone else had the audacity to do it again to try and help you in a way that you didn't enjoy. These people are monsters, John. You got to run.
Yeah. The duality, it's obvious that he has long conversations with Ava about why is no one on my side? You're on my side. Aren't other people on my side? And it hurts him. And it was also very funny that he refused to listen to Ava, and Ava's explaining it multiple ways. This is why you should stop striking channels. It makes me look bad. It makes it so we can't play clips, and we can't do a show the way we should be doing a show. There's all these reasons to do it. And then 30 minutes goes by. He gets a text from Vegas beer sales Jerry. Goes, I think you should stop striking channels. He's like, all right. You know what? I should probably stop striking channels.
Makes a lot of sense.
Just has no respect for Ava at all. But as soon as his male friend tells him what to do.
Well, it took a majority of his friends to tell him.
That's true. This is funny. He catches himself with this. This is funny.
As we all know, I have been threatening to leave this shit for a while, and I have done so.
He realized he's just like, look at guys, I know that I'm the boy who cried wolf, and I've just been yelling wolf all day. But there was that wolf that one time, though, guys, remember? It's like, yeah, you're threatening to leave. You've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and I have done so.
He's proven he can leave.
Yeah.
So John has agreed. He is no longer striking channels. Now, there's some caveats to that, so we'll get into it. But the shitwayer specifically is the one who's been getting most of the strikes. Okay. And so they've been at war for quite some time.
I don't watch shitware. Fuck no. If I have to watch shitware and pull clips from my lawsuit, I'll call Vegas Beer Cells Jerry. Jerry, do me a favor because I can't stomach this fucking no talent.
See, that's not the brag you think it is, John. Calling out how lazy you are and how you need to have your friends do all your work for you is not an impressive feat.
He's out of breath just telling us about it.
I know. I love these. Just like, yeah, and you know what? I won't even bother to pull clips I need for my lawsuit. I'll just make one of my friends do it. Cool.
I trust my own opinion so much that I would need to see it because I don't trust what anyone else is going to say about it, especially if it's me. I need to see it. The fact that you can't is not because you're lazy. It's because you're scared and you can't take hearing it. You couldn't even take the second Abba said duality. You just started making faces and noises.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear it.
Not a fan of reality, this man.
Nope.
Speaking of which, this is one of the victory laps that he has. He's got lots of W's. This is one of the W's from his show the night before.
We got Pocky to admit to having sex with a transgender woman.
What's wrong with that?
Hold on a second.
I thought
there's a scroll on his stream now that says there's no transphobia. Isn't that the definition of transphobia? To call someone out for having sex with a trans woman?
And call it a victory.
And call it a victory. Ha ha, you said it was a trans woman, said the transphobic. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Not to mention the father of trans children.
Yeah. Why would he? Look at how proud of himself he is. All right. Anyway, this is John explaining who fought his battles the night before.
But it was kind of like the Stern Show when I was there. But Abba handled Pocky and Pianu and Gino masterfully. Masterfully. And I didn't have to do anything. I just had to sit back and watch.
Again, that's not the brag you think it is. Why does he think that's a brag? John got drunk and just let his pit bull go to work and just, sick him and just let Abba scream at them the whole time. And he's like proud of himself the next day for it. That's insane.
Well, we've covered stuff like this. He thinks that having someone buy him a beer is a victory for him. He thinks that an apology means so much.
Yep.
So he also thinks that someone else doing his work,
it's amazing.
It's right in that category.
Yeah. Pocky got embarrassed. I don't have to do anything.
Cool. Yeah, it's like a Huck Finn thing. Like he needed someone to buy his hotel in New York. He needed it.
Yes.
He couldn't buy it. Even if he could afford it, he needed so he could say someone paid for it. It's weird. Yeah. He thinks being like a sloth is somehow a brag.
Now, just because he's not going to be striking Shuley anymore, that's not an admission that Shuley's not breaking the law and that his DMCA strikes are actually frivolous, a waste of time, and against YouTube's terms of service. No, 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 no.
Don't get me wrong, shitware. You are violating and in total violation of my copyright. This is not me saying that I was wrong, because I wasn't. I'm backed by federal law, you stupid fuck. And I'm backed by YouTube's terms of service.
The Federal Copyright Act includes fair use. He does not know what he's talking about. And so the fact that he's no longer going to be striking, we have to pretend like, and by the way, all the striking I was doing before, totally on the up and up. Totally legit. So don't think that like, just because I was doing that, now I'm not doing that anymore, that I realize I shouldn't be doing that and that I could be sued for it. Sure. Sure, John. Gotcha. So I have one more clip before Bob Levy joins the show. And this is something that we were talking about, Adam, where Keanu wasn't trashing John. Keanu just said, hey, this is what my weekend was like with John. And it was a bit much. I can't be his emotional support animal for him anymore. I can't be there for him all the time. He's overbearing. And John would not hear that. So instead, John has to argue with things that he either thinks he heard, or maybe Keanu did say something like this, but this wasn't the point.
And the takedown of Pocky, and to watch Gino and Keanu fucking just bullshit. And I got to say, Gino wasn't as big of a bullshitter as Pianu. Because Pianu was making up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who knows. Oh, fuck. Hold on.
The stink
I had
lines
the
were
plug
showing.
up on my foot. Anybody who knows Rodney's, you can't lock the green room door. I mean, all of this horse shit she was saying to try and get support was just that horse shit. Oh, well, John, I didn't lock anyone in any fucking door. I did not. That's just bullshit.
That's not the important part. The important part is that you went into the green, you summoned her from upstairs, brought her downstairs to the green room, and then kicked everyone else who could lecture her, and she was very uncomfortable with that. And John picks up on there's not even a lock on the door. Like, okay, that's neither here nor there.
No, but that's how he thinks. So everything else is out the fucking window.
Right, yeah, exactly. I got you on a technicality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I was actually in another county when you arrested me. You don't have jurisdiction in that county. Yeah, but you still committed the fucking crime. What are you talking about?
This is why he thinks he's a good lawyer. And
Yeah.
she wasn't making that point. She didn't say locked. Or if she said it, she would have been corrected and said, yeah, closed, whatever. She was just making a point. This is so he doesn't have to get to the part where he made her uncomfortable. We never get there.
Yep, he never gets there. He never explains that I probably could have done things differently, which is wild because he says Keanu handled this the wrong way. She should have messaged him and said, hey, you made me uncomfortable. He would have said, I'm sorry. Won't happen again. But obviously that's not the case because he's not sorry.
Well, she has to do it on the right day because if you do it on the wrong day,
Right.
there's something else going on.
That's a good point. All right, so then Bob Levy shows up because Bob was playing clips of John's episode and everyone's praising this episode that John did. And so this is the first time these two have had a conversation, even though Bob was at Rodney's. And I talked to Bob and his wife for a little bit, but I didn't see him around that much. And I guess John and Bob did not run into each other at the club. But this is interesting to see the first time these two have spoken to each other since Bob was on the Uncle Rico show.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, my old friend who stabbed me in the back and decided to just go on and do Shitway's show where he shit on me every single day, which he might think is considered creative. I don't, but we'll see his perspective. Hello, Barbara. How are you?
Thank you for the teeth and everything, John. Thank you. I mean, look, I'm just saying, if you were right, man. There was a lot of money made, and do I feel good about it? Sometimes, yeah.
That's a great start. Yeah, great start to the conversation. I was like, yeah, we were making a bunch of money off you. It was pretty fun. It's good stuff.
Can I have some?
Well, that's what John's thinking. And Bob rubs it in a little bit more.
Yeah, but you should be mad, because everybody's making money, and you know what I mean? And you're fucking trying to make money with yourself, and everyone else is doing it. I'd be fucking hurt too. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, is this your new script, Bob? So you're making all this money, huh? So why did you
No, I'm saying they
why
are.
did you get?
I'm not part
Why
of
did
it
you go to
anymore.
Turkey
They
to
are.
get teeth,
I'm not
Bob?
gonna yell. I'm not yelling. I'm saying that they're all making money, and I understand why you're
Oh,
mad.
really? They're making. How much money do you think Shitway is making, Barbara?
A lot. You know what I mean? He can teach his kids school at home.
Homeschooled kids. He must be a billionaire. It's not really what rich people do, but okay. So hilarious that John sometimes wants it to be that everyone's making money off of him, but him. And that's when he wants to sue us for the money that we're making. And then in this argument, gets backwards and goes, Shuey's not making any fucking money. So, well, then why are you suing him for $600,000 then, John? Which one is it? What do you think? What do you think's going on? I just loved the way Bob approached this. He's like, yeah, dude, I get it, man. You're pissing us. We were doing all these shows about you and the money was just pouring in. So yeah, I'd be pretty bummed out about that myself. So John's strategy here is to do Bob, we used to go on tour together doing these stand-up shows. Do you remember how close we were, how good of friends we were? Because he wants to set Bob up for how could you do this to me? How could you betray me after everything we've been through? And this backfires on John in such a spectacular manner.
That's a
Anyway,
fact.
Bob, you and I had a lot of fun on the road, right?
Well,
Do we not?
as much fun, truthfully, as you and Gino and Kiana had at fucking the Stress Factory? That seemed like a lot of fun. Do me and Kevin actually, are we a little upset that we missed it? Yeah, I'm sure. Kevin was outside. He wanted to get in. He didn't have no fucking fun. All the fun was inside.
No, I'm telling you and I on the road at the casinos, at the improvs. We didn't have fun, Bob.
Dude, I have no memory. I'm telling you, I was in a car accident. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't
me
remember
sleeping
I
at your
remember
house?
One gig, Poughkeepsie, because Artie came, and that was the first time we had a shot together at the bar. It was Poughkeepsie in upstate New York. It was at a hotel, and that was I remember that one.
Ooh, this takes everything away from John.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy.
You don't remember the time I slept over at your house? That's always John's go-to sleepover parties. He's such a child. He's a 7-year-old kid. It's always that. I slept over at your house. We're best friends. You remember? So Bob goes, I remember one gig because Artie was there. That was cool. He doesn't remember anything, and John is hurt.
Bananas. It was the big room in Poughkeepsie. And
That's the only thing you remember? Really?
Truthfully.
See his face right there? But I thought we were best pals. I thought we were besties, and you're saying you don't remember us being besties at all?
I borrowed your jammies.
John, this was a big moment in your life, because it was a big deal. It was a comedy tour. Bob's done lots of comedy tours. He's a professional comic. He doesn't remember them all. It might mean something to you, but to expect him to remember one tour that he did with you that many years ago, to expect him to remember that, get the fuck out of here.
And what's hilarious about that, Adam, is that John doesn't remember either. So John's whole thing is just like, oh my gosh, we had the best time. Florentine and Nick DiPaolo and Bob Levy. And, he recounts this stuff without any actual anecdotes about it. And here's a perfect example of that.
I got them right here. These are cookies. These are fucking.
Bob, you don't remember all the times we did stand up together?
No, I don't. I swear.
You
to
remember
God.
Cleveland, where you ate the blue cheese out of the girls? You don't remember anything?
Any town. That could have been any town. Truthfully, I don't remember. I was on my boss I was on the phone with my boss, Mr. Brennan. You know what I thought? I thought Perry was on with me tomorrow on my station, and they just pulled something really big today. And I said, I don't want it on my station. You guys deserve this. And he goes, you're not there till next week.
Bob, don't make me care about you.
John's example is one I could have come up with. Bob, remember when we were in Cleveland and you ate the blue cheese out of the girl's ass? Like, that's his closing bit. I mean, what are you talking about? Like, John doesn't remember a story of anything interesting. Like, he at least has that one airplane fart story with Florentine that he tells over and over again. But I don't think they were actually friends. And I think Bob's fucking with him, by the way.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Bob's like acting like he's a little bit senile. It's just like, I don't know what's going on.
He's also saying that could be any city, and I could have been with any other comics.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's something to the fact that it's like, this is not memorable gigs for Bob Levy. And this hurts John so much because he really just wants Bob to be like, oh, I fucked up, John. We were boys.
You don't remember being on the road with me and Jim and DiPaolo and any of that? All that's out of your mind.
I don't remember doing shows with DiPaolo with you at all. I'm telling you, I don't know if that didn't happen, but I did shows with DiPaolo, but I'm fine. Yeah.
Do you remember doing shows with me, you and Modi?
I remember Modi. Yes. Yes.
This
I
is not going
Modi
well. You
being
remember
around
we
the
had
show.
fun and we were friends.
What a loser. That's the best moment ever.
You told Forget me about you the loved shows.
Yeah. Fuck. That was so funny. Remember when we did shows with Modi? Yeah, I remember Modi. He was great. He used to do this thing. It's just like, just pushing the dagger into John. I wasn't memorable. We didn't have fun together.
I think there's going to come a time when we get older when there's going to be certain things we can just use in our life to get out of things, and people will allow it. Like, I don't want to do that. My knees, my knees. I don't remember any of that. Yeah, I was such a drunk. I don't remember.
Gorico. And Bob's just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what? We did the Uncle Rico show for a while there. It was fun. What are you going to do? Then he yells at Bob for Kevin Brennan posting his mom's address, which is great. Because, Bob is back on MLC, I think once a week or maybe more often than that. But so Bob and Kevin work together. And so, of course, guilt by association. I get this too for some of the people that I pal around with, where it's just like, yeah, but you're an asshole because Kevin Brennan did a thing I didn't like. And Bob's just like, I don't know. I didn't even know he did that. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want from me. And then eventually Bob wins John over with his charm. And John's just like, I can't be mad at you. And they become buddies pretty quickly on this. And then we find out the real motivation for Bob coming on John's stream.
Agreed to not do it.
Yeah, but listen, if you take the strike from Kevin, that would make you look good. Okay? It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing. You're talking about people fucking with your money, right? You were fucking with his money.
No, I'm not. He is fucking and has been. He encouraged people to call Lee County Superintendent to get me fired, Bob. You want me to go through the list?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought I was the one that got you fired from school.
That's right.
Yep. It's hilarious. So when Bob needs to remember things and be sharp, he is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But I love the fact that he goes, after all this back and forth and they're becoming pals again. And I was like, hey, get rid of that fucking strike from Kevin's channel. Talk about screwing with people's money. And John just flat out lies. I'm not screwing with his money. You are. You have him off of YouTube for 10 days. He makes all of his money off of YouTube. Like 100% of his income is from YouTube, Kevin Brennan. So John's fucking with his income doing that. And it seems like Bob Levy's job was to try to get John, just like Ava the day before, try to get John to remove the strike against Kevin. Because that's why things like this happen where they're fucking, now he's fucking with John's mom. I'm not justifying any of this, by the way. I'm just telling you that, as John would say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. The fact that John would do something like this to Kevin Brennan, I mean, he stepped in the same rake with Vince the Warrior. We tried to get him disbarred, and then he had a $12.5 million lawsuit. It's like, yeah. And John loves to say for every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction. Like, yeah, when you take Kevin's channel down over your stupid copyright strike, then Kevin's going to fuck with you. And everyone's pleading with John, just get rid of it so that we can all move on and it doesn't have to get ugly. And John's like, no, I want it to get ugly. All right. That's what'll happen then. I have one more clip. This is amazing. Jeff sent this in. And he was back listening to an episode from like 3 years ago. This was when John was going to Washington, D.C. to have those real hard-hitting interviews with Republicans and make them look stupid, right? And so I'm on here with Shuli, Anthony Cumia, and our buddy Kaya Orson was on the show. Chris, you're there too, but I didn't have a camera on you back then. I don't know why. Whatever. I was like, his hair is too good.
This is the DC trip?
This is the DC trip video. And this is amazing what happens here. Anthony predicts the future. Almost spot on. This is incredible.
The squeegee, a new member. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, of course, the squeegee is a reference to that hack joke that he does in his stand-up.
Oh, right.
So obviously that's a WATP fan who's goofing on it, but John doesn't know the difference.
By the way, no one knows that bit aside from people that have listened on your show. No one else has seen it. 8 people at his gigs.
You don't think people are showing up going, I hope he does the squeegee bit too.
Squeegee, squeegee. They start chanting it. Like Dice with his poems.
Is that amazing? And he's like, yeah, they'll be like, squeegee, squeegee. Yeah. Literally what happened at 2 of his shows over the past 2 weeks. So,
I can't believe he used to talk so quickly.
Yeah.
John talks so slow. I have 2 dogs, and sometimes the dog will have to try and tell me something, but it doesn't speak English or have words, so it just gestures, but it can get its point across quicker than John did right there. That was like every word, and you know what's coming too, so it just feels.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot slower. I'm starting to think that maybe the Klonopin and alcohol is catching up to him.
Yeah. And I think we also learned from these 2 clips that John doesn't know other people exist at all. If you had anything happen to you, he would never know it. You don't exist. And when Bob remembers the things that had to do with Bob. He's shocked and offended. It's like, yeah, he remembers the stuff involving his life, his son and his wife and the gig. He doesn't remember you. It wasn't that big a deal. Everyone has their own life, and he still can't even process it.
Yeah, you're right. There's a part in it, I didn't pull the clip, where John's like, so you just forgot everything because of that car accident? You don't remember anything? And Bob's like, I remember the important things.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, right. Exactly. Like his family. Yeah.
And every time John mentioned something involving his son, he's like, I remember my son there. I remember we did that. Forgot you were there, John, but I remember we did that.
That's funny. Yeah, so this whole thing where they were best pals and he felt so betrayed, Bob is just like, I barely know this fucking guy. Because Bob was involved pretty heavily in the Howard Stern show, but that was after John was gone. That was on the satellite radio days when Bob was working for the Howard Stern show. So I could see where he would like not really know John very well at all. Kind of makes sense, actually. All right, we got Is It Gay, a special themed version of Is It Gay. We got the Opie or Burr game. We got some other things coming up. But first, Labyrinth Mystic, executive producer of Who Are These Podcasts and the Who Are These Podcasts channels, coming in on supertip.gg/WATP.
John, this is your mother. Your OCD can wait. You can't figure out how to report a Reddit post?
Well, are you talking about my family? You're gone.
Yep.
Right. It's not that difficult.
Adam, does John need people to do stuff for him to remind him of his celebrity? If he has to do it himself, then he's not a celebrity. It's another way of him avoiding reality.
It's like Howard used to say, he's a lowlife. So he doesn't even know what success is or what it would be. And in his mind, it's like that, smoking a cigar off $100 bill, swimming in coins, and people lift your feet for you while you walk. He thinks that's making it. He doesn't know how to be happy or a person.
And it's weird, too, because he had a very positive influence in Jay Leno, very famous A-lister who is the opposite of that, who famously takes care of everyone around him, has his hobbies with his cars and everything like that, but is such a great guy. And John never picked up on, that's another way to be when you're famous. It's actually be helpful and care about other people.
John, if the fact that he's still alive is owed to Jay Leno because of Jay Leno's across-the-board policy of never firing anyone during his entire time on The Tonight Show. And John has fired every single person that's ever worked for him, some of them multiple times.
Good point. Revenge of Penis Wrinkle. Bob was pathetic the other night, begging for KB. Yeah, he definitely went in there with an agenda. I'm sure him and Kevin Brennan had a conversation before, or certainly after. And getting your channel struck down sucks, to be honest. James Superstar Forever. WTP are the best shows in the Dabbleverse. You do a great job, Mr. Just to Do It. StutJo sucks. Well, thank you very much, James Superstar Forever. We appreciate you. Revenge of Penis Wrinkle. John said to Bob about KB, I stuck him because he tormented my family. Should be a nice soundbite for courts. Your lawyer will find gold in the last two shows. Yes, John has admitted, and we talked about this in the bonus show yesterday, John admits over and over again that it's not about his copyright. It's about vengeance.
Yeah.
He says it out loud.
Yeah,
he says the quiet part out loud over and over again. Like, I was on there, it's like, now I know you're striking these channels because they're talking about your kids. And he's like, yeah, they're talking about my kids. It's like, that's not what the copyright strike is. Idiot. Dr. Robert J. Manley. When John gave away Tuki's address and posted pictures of it, did he hope people would just send gifts? Or when he gave out his mom's name? Yeah, no shit. John doxes people all the time. The latest with Lucy Typebox. Can't wait to dox. And then it's just like, why do you think he's posting my mom's address and saying to send gifts? The same reason why you dox people. You're hoping that people will fuck with them. I don't know how he doesn't see how hypocritical this is. I know it's different for him. He doesn't deserve what everyone else does. So much shit, $5. Opie in his day wouldn't be as nice as you guys. I hope for more mean. That is probably true.
It's very true.
RTT381. This guy is a boob and a liar. Claimed he got tough with me in Allentown. Nope. Hug, handshake, photo. Gave me a beer. Skull. Hashtag SJ drives drunk. He is a liar. I've noticed that. I believe you. Laverne Mystic. Adam, kudos for throwing John's words back at him.
It was very satisfying. Thank you.
Random Brandon. Black Dad Turner Overdrive. Fuck yeah. Rumble Trenchcoat. For you, it was the most important gig of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday at a firehouse in New Brunswick. Yeah, I think that's well stated. I think, Adam, you're on point with that. All right. It's time for some game shows.
Hey, is it gay? Is it not gay? That's the trick of the game. You have to reach deep into your inner homo. Adam lends a touch of class. Megan, show us that ass. And I'm asking you once and for all, is it gay, Carl?
I'm liking that song a lot less. I forgot that I was in a cow bikini at the end of that one.
It looked like you were enjoying it.
Yeah, I was.
We all have fun here.
We do have fun here. All right, Megan, we got a special theme to the game today. What do we got?
It's a food theme. There's a lot of food talk this week on, or last week on Steel Toe, so I decided
He's getting fat.
A little bit.
He's
little
getting
bit.
very fat. Okay. Well, let's go round one, worth a point.
Arby's new steakhouse Wagyu.
The Wagyu burger from.
See, like, this is
that's a proper review, food review guy.
This is a guy who
gonna have
needs
the
to be
big
doing-
fat guy, who's got the A1C way up there, and
I trust this guy.
Yep, he knows.
He'd rather fucking die than fix his health.
Like if he washes it down with a Coors Light, that's a food review.
Like, he's not a pussy like you. Like, you had a stroke and then you like cut down on drinking and smoking and you ate better and you got your blood pressure right.
Is it gay to be a healthy food blogger? Adam.
That's gay.
Carl.
Sounds pretty gay.
Chris.
Gay.
Annie.
Gay, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah.
You're a gay. You're a gay guy.
Aaron's so predictable. This show sucks. Anyone else notice that? All right, round one. Everybody got a point in round one. We're going over to round two, also worth uno punto.
I want to try that big arch, but it's 2 quarter beef patties. It's like, who needs that much food?
You don't have to eat the whole thing.
I'll share it with Gordy. There's people, like, honestly, the way some people follow this show, there's people typing on Reddit right now going, he feeds his dog McDonald's. He needs to be stopped.
What's the other thing, too, that I talked about something like that? All this, the big theory. Well, there's human DNA in that beef.
Somebody sent me that yesterday. There's like, Aaron, there's human meat in McDonald's. They're trying to convince me that it's like Soylent Green or some shit.
Yeah.
Is it gay to believe that McDonald's used human meat in their burgers? Annie.
Not gay.
Chris.
I don't think that's gay.
Carl.
Not gay.
Adam.
I'm going not gay.
For once. Look at you, Adam.
Okay.
I'm not buying it. I don't think it would be allowed.
No.
They would save that for the Epstein class. They would get to eat all the baby meat. Approachable with it.
All right. Very good, Aaron. That is not gay. We all get a point on that one. We're going into round 3. So far, Megan has not stumped us. More food-related, is it gay?
Why didn't you do it? Why didn't I do it? Because I'm pussy and also my mom. So God bless her. She kept me alive that night. And also some dude, I've said it already, but there was a dude who hit me up, this guy from the program. I used to save all the numbers in my...
Oh, it's a LaCroix. I'm sorry. I thought it was a beer.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was drinking, and I thought, like, oh, that's a bad look to be drinking a beer. Unfortunately, it got worse. It was a LaCroix.
Is it gay to drink LaCroix? Adam.
Yeah.
Carl.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris.
I think Aaron thinks it's gay.
Yeah.
Annie.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Everyone in the chat is saying this is gay. Let's find out if Aaron comes up with the amazing joke that that's gay.
I thought it was a beer. Yeah, it's gayer.
There it is.
My phone.
There it is. Good job, Aaron. Never disappoint with that one. All right. Everyone is perfect so far in this game.
I'm doing a bad job today. Jeez.
I enjoy it. We have a food-themed version of Is It Gay? Round 4. Everyone's got 3 points so far.
You've got terribly wilted lettuce, fried onions, and a couple different kinds of cheese. All right, Chris, show us how good it is.
First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it.
Chris, you're fucking up. The back is here. The front is over here. It's very clear. Whichever side is showing the most meat, you put your mouth on that. Fuck it. I quit. I'm leaving. That was, you know what? I walked right into that one.
He
Fuck.
certainly did.
I really did.
Is it gay to put your mouth on whichever side is showing the most meat? Annie.
No, it's not.
Chris.
He better think it's gay.
I know.
Gay.
I know. I know Annie's thinking this is a misdirect. I think he's going to say it's gay. It's got to be.
Adam.
It's gay.
All right. Go for a low-hanging fruit here. Take it away, Aaron.
I just said wherever the most meat is showing, that's where you put your good job. That's going to help the gay rumors.
Yep.
That's not going to open up any jokes, boys and girls.
He can't help himself. He really can't. I like that you went for it, though, Annie. Trying to
steal a point.
Trying to steal a point from us. All right. Round 5 is worth a point.
Wait, I went first on that one.
Well, I know, but it seemed like it was definitely going to be gay. I see what you did. Round 5 is worth a point, and then we have our final round worth 3 points, and it's anyone's game.
That's a burger.
It's not. I don't know. That all seems very dry, bro. That seemed like a dry bite. That seemed like a dry sentence. That looks like a dry bun. When did Wendy's change into like a pancake? But when did they start making everything a McGriddle?
This is exactly the way a great hamburger should be.
I don't know, bro.
You got to top it off with a fries and Frosty.
You know, in case your cholesterol and blood sugar isn't too high already.
Is it gay to eat dry Wendy's burger and top it off with fries and a Frosty? Adam.
First of all, this is the worst show in the world.
It's
This show is
so
so bad.
It's so stupid. He's talking to this guy. He's like, hey, bro, what are you doing with that burger, bro? Like, what?
He's terrible, and it's not gay.
Yeah,
Carl.
I also think that this is not gay.
Chris.
Damn it. Not gay.
Annie.
I guess it's gay.
Yeah, now's your chance to get that point back. Let's find out.
Excellent.
You wonder how we became the most obese nation on earth. You just watch the burger mogging videos, and it'll all.
I assume it doesn't get back around to that.
Correct.
The answer was obese. All right. Well, this is exciting. We have 3 players tied with 5 points. Annie has 3 points, but Annie could still win this game because in our final round, it's not just is it gay. We get multiple choice, and it's worth 3 points if you get it right. So here is our final round of Is It Gay?
Onion. So there's 2 different types of onions on here. Pickles, shredded lettuce, if that's what you like on yours, that's the way it comes. I do not like pickles or lettuce, so mine does not come with that.
He wrote this shit down. He needed to make sure.
Shouldn't have to explain to you what that tastes like. At least I hope that you can extrapolate that part for yourself. White cheddar cheese, and then a quarter.
No offense to
patty. So this is a
the person who sent this in, but I need a blacker guy than this. I need like.
Aaron wants to see a real black man review the Archburger. What kind of reaction does Aaron want to see this black man have after eating his burger? 1, like he just consumed the Holy Spirit. 2, like he's ready to put a cap in someone's ass. Or 3, like he just tasted voodoo.
Oh, wow. That's tough. All right.
So, Holy Spirit, cap in the ass, voodoo.
All right.
Simplify it. What do you think, Adam?
I think Aaron's threatened by this guy. The second he had like a really good voice and he was well spoken, he was like, "Oh, I hate this guy. He's so much better at this than me."
Yeah,
that's why he wants to.
He's like he's got notes written down and knows what he wants to say. He's buttoned up.
Immediately.
Yep.
That's why he's going to say, I want one that wants to put a cap in his ass.
Carl.
I'm going to go Holy Spirit only because Aaron's been very religious lately. He's been talking a lot about Jesus. So I'm going to go with that.
Chris.
I went cap and ass.
Oh,
Annie?
You have a chance here.
Holy Spirit.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's the one that it is.
All right.
Yeah, that's how you play.
All right. If it's voodoo, Annie missed the chance to take the comeback victory. Here we go.
A homeboy who's like gonna act like he just tasted voodoo.
Oh my God! It was voodoo, Eddie. It was voodoo.
Got you fools.
Oh wow! All right. Well,
I guess I am the gay one.
Yes. When it comes to this game, that is the case. But we did have a 3-way tie. So most of us are winners today.
Yay.
It's exciting. Thank you, Megan. That was a great game.
You're welcome.
And even food themed. Just putting in overtime. You don't get time and a half, by the way. I hope you know that.
All right.
Check your employee manual. All right. We have another game. We have the Opie or Burr game. Simon puts this together for us. We try to figure out who's talking on their podcast. Is it Opie or Bill Burr?
Hello again. I'm your host, Simon, from the Worst Ever Podcast, and it's time to play Opie or Burr with this fine panel of dried up, busted hosts. Here's round 1. How hard is it to find fucking balls? I'd put on a glove and I'd go like la 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 underneath them. Time to register those votes.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to start with Annie. Who do you think said that?
Opie.
Adam, what do you think?
I'm going Opie.
I think that was Bill Burr. Producer Chris?
I went Burr.
Megan?
I'm going Opie.
All right, we got 3 Opies, 2 Burrs. Let's find out.
And here's the answer.
How hard is it to find fucking balls? I'd put on a glove. And I'd go like la, 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 underneath them.
Oh, that feels good. Let's play round 2. By the way, Trump, you know it's illegal to make champagne in America, right? You understand that, right? I think he's trying to tell people that we'll just make our own champagne. We're not allowed to. Time to register those votes.
Megan, what do you got?
Opie.
Producer Chris?
Opie.
I'm also going Ope. Adam?
Opie.
Annie?
I think it's Opie too.
All right, we're all taking Opie on this one.
And here's the answer.
By the way, Trump, you know it's illegal to make champagne in America, right? You understand that, right? I think he's trying to tell people we'll just make our own champagne. We're not allowed to.
Or you'll get in trouble with the French police. Let's play round 3. Climate change. Let's give it a nicer name. So, what are we gonna use? What is that, a euphemism? Huh? Photosynthesis? Time to register those votes.
Whoa. Wow. I'm going to go Opie on this one. What do you think, Chris?
I went Burr.
Adam?
I'm going Burr.
Annie?
Burr.
Megan?
I'm going to have to say Burr.
Wow, I stink. Okay. I'm an idiot.
And here's the answer.
Climate change. Let's give it a nicer name. So, what are we going to was it euphemism? Huh? Photosynthesis?
More like borosynthesis. Let's play round 4. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a hangover. And you might say to yourself, but don't you drink beer every week? Not really. Time to register those votes.
Megan, what do you got?
Why did you have to choose me first?
Because it's a hard one.
Burr.
Producer Chris?
I went Opie.
Annie?
Opie.
Adam?
Opie.
I'm also going Opie.
And here's the answer.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a hangover.
And you might say to yourself, but oh, don't you drink beer every week? Not really.
It's just light beer, you dumb fuck. Let's play round 5. It's like the way that women view sex. They view sex like they did you a favor. They act as though it doesn't feel good to them, that they didn't also have sex. Time to register those votes.
Wow. Adam, what do you got?
Opie.
I'm going to go Opie. Annie?
Burr.
Producer Chris?
Burr.
Megan?
Burr.
All right. 2 Opies, 3 Burrs.
And here's the answer.
It's like the way that women view sex. They view sex like they did you a favor. They act as though it doesn't feel good to them, that they didn't also have sex.
Female orgasms are a myth. Congratulations to this week's winner. This is Simon from the Worst Ever podcast, wishing you an efficient and productive evening. Goodbye.
Thanks, Simon. Great job as always. Producer Chris, I need a final scoring here.
All right. I won with 5.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Annie redeemed herself with 4. And the rest of you got 3.
All right. Well, congratulations, Producer Chris.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Supertip.gg/WATP.
It's totally not gay to put my mouth on the meaty side of Rakita's big juicy Whopper.
Totally. I like putting my mouth on the meaty side of Five Guys. Wink, wink.
Pretty good joke. That's not bad.
I'm ashamed of myself for being hungry now.
Peppercorn 82. Sometimes I feel bad laughing at John, and then he deserves it.
Fell bad there.
Fuzz Athletics. The accusations against Boyd T is some weird shit.
Yes, if you actually get into it.
Sounds like you want to actually get into it there.
I do, kind of.
Adam. Maybe on a future show,
Mm-hmm.
we can do that. All right. We're going to get to some reviews and comments and voicemails. Before we do that,
don't forget the plug segment.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Very
right
excited
now.
about that.
The plugs.
Okay.
I teased this earlier.
Yeah.
Adam, you're on another podcast. You want to promote your other show?
Sure, you can check out the true crime podcast, The Red Weather, with Ryder Strong, and follow along with that mystery. There's also a film called Rebel in the Rye that just came out on Paramount Plus for free that you should check out, that I'm in, along with Nicholas Hoult and Kevin Spacey and Caitlin Maynard, Dave Berman. You might like that. It's about J.D. Salinger.
Say the name of it again?
Rebel in the Rye.
Rebel in the Rye. Sweet. I'll definitely check that out. Very good. Annie, you got stuff going on over on YouTube.
Yes, at 9:30 Eastern tonight, I'm going to be going live with Tony from Hack the Movies to cover 1999 Siphon Filter. So if you didn't catch it live, go to @What'sThisGame on YouTube, and you can find the episode.
Excellent. I will mention that tomorrow Dabbleverse Live will be on my channel. Of course, Dabbleverse Live is our new show that you can download wherever you listen to podcasts. You'll find it right there. Subscribe to it. It's free, and you get it every single week. And Blind Mike is out of town, so my buddy Adam will be filling in for Mike Geary. It'll be Adam and me for the 3rd day in a row talking Dabbleverse.
Don't blame me. I wanted OJ. I voted for OJ.
So I did reach out to OJ. I texted him today and asked him if he would be our guest. And well, let me see. Let me look at my phone. Maybe no, he hasn't gotten back to me. It was worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
It would have been great to have him come back to Dabbleverse Live and we don't even address anything.
Oh, right.
Just have him on the show and just like, hey, look at Chad Zubak. He said the N-word a bunch of times. And oh, look at Ethan Ralph did a thing with Scarlett Hampton. All right. Great show, OJ. Good to see you, buddy.
And then we'll have Opie on and not ask him about Opie and Anthony.
That really would be the equivalent of that. I was like, I'll go on there, but I'm not talking about my relationship with the Cardiff and El Harib. Like, all right.
Yeah,
well,
nothing
let's
to
talk about your day job then. That's fine. Sounds like a good idea.
It's going well. It's pretty good.
Megan, you always check out the Spotify comments. If you listen on Spotify, even if you don't, you can go on there and comment on individual episodes, and that helps the algorithm. We appreciate that.
I have a bunch of new comments from last week's episode 706.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy in New Hampshire said, Carl, did you act surprised that Ron said Rodney's was a nice place? Look at where he lives and his mattress. I bet the porta potty I took a shit in my kid's soccer game last summer would be a nice place for Ron. It has lavender hand sanitizer that smells really nice. Oh, and happy 10 years.
It's not a bad Boston over there, Megan. And thank you for the comment. Yeah, it's a good point. Rodney's would be a palace based on how that guy lives.
We have Jeremy saying, review girl Megan has such a cute giggle when doing Is It Gay? It makes it so much more enjoyable. Well, thank you, Jeremy.
Someone knows how to get their comment read.
And we have Shanana Guy saying, happy 10th. Also, please come do a Chicago show.
I'd go back to Chicago. Yeah, that'd be cool. We haven't really lined up a lot of stuff for this year yet, so we got to work on that. But Hackamania, of course, is the next thing we're doing, April 10th through the 12th in Vegas, hackamania.com. Annie, do we have any new reviews you want to read?
I have one older one and one newer one. The
Great.
older one comes in on Valentine's Day from Sippin' Johnny saying, worst Buffy podcast on the internet. Host probably lives within 5 miles of a gas station. Total loser. Skull. At least I still have Who Are These Socials to look forward to.
Oh, no. All right.
Whoops.
That's a very funny one. I'm sure that's a 5-star review.
5 stars.
Nice.
Second one comes in on March 9th. Waiting to Dry says, early 90s scenester kids who hated everything except whatever they were into. Never grew up. Still the same hater attitude from high school.
It doesn't sound like someone likes us very much. I'm guessing that's
Nope,
a 1
that's a 5
star.
star. They got you.
Oh, they got me. Well done with that. All right. Let's listen to some voicemails and then get out of here. This is, of course, the Gary in San Diego voicemail segment.
It's a bunch of crap. Swing and a miss. Rock and rolla.
I was walking through this hiking trail once with my friend, and there was this sign up that said there's a $500 fine for molesting the butterflies in the area in any way. And I was just thinking, well, what were those butterflies wearing? Don't call me back.
I won't.
Bye.
Yeah, maybe they had it coming.
Don't call me back either.
Oh my God. I cannot believe that is what Michael Jones is doing. I grew up watching him. I haven't seen him do anything since 2010. And to see that he's doing this cornball shit on the internet for 5 people is just, it's sad.
I didn't realize Michael Jones was a name. It did stuff before that. 100% Eat.
Oh,
was the show?
I didn't know who the fuck he was talking
about.
about.
He was one of the hosts of Food Court.
Oh God,
one of those zany, wacky guys. I didn't realize they had a fan base before all that zaniness. Go figure.
Hey, Carl, Charlie, listen to the Stuttering John podcast March 9th, 2026 with Gino, Keanu, Ava, John. He's drunk. What a wonderful disaster debacle that they're going to be providing you with. This is the Fort Knox of you. I can't wait to hear your breakdown of all these buffoons going at it with one another. Anyway, I love your Wednesday show. I actually watch it. Don't watch the other ones. I'm sure they're great. Looking forward to hearing the breakdown on these people are disturbed. Anyway, hope all is well with you and your family, your life. Take care. Bye.
We did a full breakdown yesterday on a bonus show, patreon.com/wherethespodcasts. Get all the bonus shows, the entire back catalog. It's only $5 a month. It's also available on YouTube. And there's one segment, I put it for free on YouTube, if you want to check that out. I was more fascinated with John and Ava's fight than I was with everyone screaming at each other. We have some of that in there, but I think a lot of people have covered that portion of the show.
Clubfoot, you're wondering why people are hating on you lately. Because at this point, you're so in love with the smell of your own farts. You're going to move to Utah to marry them. Sorry, Jenny.
You can marry farts in Utah? Interesting.
It's a crazy place.
I swear John is gonna drive me fucking crazy. Again, in his fucking set, he says something with clocks and Danish people, and Danish people wear clocks, right? We don't wear fucking clocks. It's Dutch people. Wooden shoes exist here, but it's not something we're known for. Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's a color from Denmark, by the way, I should point out. It's like just getting pissed off with John reporting back, well, I'm Danish, so of course I have clogs. No. That's not how that works.
When you guys were talking about John's Patreon page, the idiot I'm sorry, the grammar Nazi, I can't call him that. The grammar guy, the one that corrects every fucking buddy when they make a mistake. His Patreon page says, "Welcome to my Patreon page. Becomes member, damn it." Fucking idiot. Just a fucking idiot. Don't call me back.
He also spelled March wrong in a recent YouTube post that he put up there for the stream. But I'm sure it's because he has to exhale while he's typing.
Oh, yeah.
And he can't go back and correct things if he makes a mistake. That's his OCD. Forces him to do dumb shit.
Or he was using voice to text. You know, we're so judgmental here. Just give him a break.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? What would voice to text do to his speech? Just throw its hands in the air like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Anyway.
Who cares?
Good point.
Well, there you go. There's your Dabbleverse news.
I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Man, that was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
I enjoyed that.
A plane has hit I Rewatch iCarly.
Boom. His mom.
Boom.
Boom.
That was a great episode.
That was really great.
Are we done here?
I think we are.
All right, ready to roll the credits?
Yep. All right, guys.
Bye.
Until
Jack.
next time. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!